Damn, that's fucked up. I love it. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Did we actually open the stream with that?
Oh, well, we didn't hear what he said.
Okay, all right, good second.
Anyways, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a little Dicey D&D. My name is Salvatore. I am your dungeon master here and forevermore until the day that my own personal childhood dream of becoming a professional wrestler happens, and then something.
And your brain turns to mush.
Yeah, and then the CTE just envelops my body, and
Terrible.
that's it. Yeah, oh, well, whatever. Anyways, it's true. Yeah, hey guys, what's going on?
We're just raising awareness for CTE.
Yeah, it's great.
Charity stream.
Oh man, well, welcome if you guys are new. Welcome back if you guys have been joining us. This is episode 10 of the Great Naledian Crown. We're so excited to jump into the game today. We just have a few announcements in the very beginning. You're going to notice, Michaela, why don't we go to full party? You're going to notice a couple things. Number one, we've got the battle map out still right now. Remember from last episode, we ended off a little bit on a cliffhanger. Who knows what the party will do in this sort of climactic fight against Desmua.
If I remember correctly, we won.
It sounds like it.
I think we defeated her, right?
No worries.
So we're good now.
But in addition to that, you'll notice directly below me, we have a new little sub-goal bar. It's for a good amount of days, 50 I think it says on the bottom, if I'm entirely sure about that. It's just it's a 50 sub count goal. We want to try to work towards something to really get the channel going and all that stuff. And subscribing really helps us, begin to do the things that we really want to do here and for you guys as well. The more subscribers, the more followers that we have, the more we can get, reach out for certain things, the more that we can sort of produce content and add things to our stream in general. We really love our sort of interaction with you guys, with our community, and we want to do more in terms of that. And in order for us to do that, we need to grow our community. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. You get access to our wonderful emotes for our player characters that you know and love. And that's it for me for the most part. So I'm going to kick it. Oh, just kidding.
While we're talking about subs,
yes.
Thank NY Cowboy 77 for subbing for 3 months.
NY Cowboy. Oh my God, thanks, man. Let's do this. Tight as hell. I don't remember if I've seen you in chat yet, friendo. So why don't you hop in there? Well, thank you. Yeah, we love lurking. That's fine. I lurk all the time. Just at my friends' bushes and whatnot.
That's basically what I do before stream.
Yeah. I'm always here watching you. But no, I'm going to kick it over to Garrett. DM drinks. All right, thanks everybody.
Hey.
Everybody's drinking.
It's a great
Thank you,
day.
Garrett, for making our
Careful
wonderful...
shaking that. It is carbonated.
Oh shit. Okay.
Opens it immediately.
And immediately just explodes. Garrett, as he usually does, makes wonderful potions for us at the table, which we use when you guys redeem DM or party drinks. And today it is relatively strong, so we're going to have a good time.
That's like a third vodka, my man.
Not his strongest potions.
Oh, God. Alrighty.
I can't handle your strongest. You couldn't handle his strongest potion.
You couldn't handle my strongest potion. Never mind. Okay, anyways. Garrett, why don't you tell us about our social media?
Oh, we have a few of them. For instance, we have YouTube, which is where you can catch our VODs after they're taken off of Twitch. We do have a Twitter.
Damn you, Jeff Bezos.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Jeffrey.
We have Twitter, Instagram, and
I think it's pronounced Bezos.
Show some respect.
apologies. Put some respect on that monster's name.
Don't.
Twitter and Instagram are really just fun. It's the kind of side stuff. I often put my potion stuff on there, or just fun little memes that I've created.
Swear to God, I thought you were going to say penis.
Sometimes
I put my penis on there.
I put my own penis on there.
Sometimes my penis is on that.
No, for that you have to go to the Twitter, where I have been more of a dick lately. Honestly, at this point, if you're interacting with
that was very good.
If you interact with the Twitter more, you'll notice that I've gotten way more personal. Instead of just being like, "Hey, stream today," I'm interacting with people. Someone started a new campaign recently, and they're like, the first 2 rolls were a nat 1, and I just went, quit.
That's so good. I think did you post that in our Discord?
Yeah, I was like, was this too mean?
Oh my God, fucking genius.
Eventually, each of our socials will just be run by one of the characters.
Yeah.
Cass has taken over your
Cass got the Twitter
takeover.
Yes.
The ones that I've mentioned so far are a Little Dicey D&D. We also have a TikTok and a Tumblr, which are just a Little Dicey. right? It's just a little Dicey.
Straight up
Yeah.
little Dicey.
Cool. TikTok. It's TikTok. Like, you know what TikTok is. It's
Know what
little
it
clips.
is.
It'll be
You're on
clips
the
of the
internet.
stream. Sal will make memes sometimes, I'm sure. And then the Tumblr is a mystery to me. That is exclusively the purview
That
of
is
Jenna.
certainly where my penis will be.
If Twitter takes it down, Instagram definitely takes it down.
100%.
Tumblr will take it.
Tumblr loves to see it.
They love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking.
Anyway, that's all my
Thank you,
announcements.
Garrett.
My turn. Okay, so this is my announcement. So our D&D game, the thing that makes it sort of special and unique is that we are an audience interactive D&D game. And you can use channel points, which we call gold pieces, to redeem a variety of things that actually impact the game. You can give advantages to your favorite players. You can give disadvantage to our dungeon master.
Don't do that.
You should.
Jeez.
Do not fucking do that.
You can make any of us drink, as you've already done so far today, so thank you for that. You can make our sorcerer wild surge, which causes random chaos at the best of times. And you can even create an NPC, a non-player character, that you can drop into our little world. And we get to talk and interact with them, and if you're Jamie, sleep with them. So it's a lot of fun. We like it when you do
Give
that.
me more
so-
sexual partners, please.
Also,
Please do.
if you redeem 10,000 gold points, Matt has to pee himself on stream.
That's not true. That part's not... Whatever.
Please hurry. I have to go.
He cannot pee until you do it.
I've taken a vow.
You earn channel points or gold pieces by interacting in the chat and by winning the little raffles that Michaela sends out. And so just be in the chat, hang out. You'll definitely earn some pieces at some point today. And that's mine.
It's me.
Nice.
We have a Discord. That's
That
where
was so loud. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
God damn
Be
it.
respectful.
we have a Discord. That's where we hang. That's where you should hang. And we want to hang out with more of you. So tell your friends to come hang with us. We do the art and we do the memes and we
So many memes.
so
So
many
much
memes.
art.
And just let us know
drinks?
which social you want Kill to take over and just turn into just providing words of encouragement and like rating your dogs and shit.
Yeah.
10 out of
makes
10
sense.
would kill little girl again.
Oh, no.
Anyway, do I have anything else to say?
No, that's your announcement.
I think you got it.
We got a little cheat sheet
That
right
one's
here.
the
There's a cheat
console.
I glanced at it once or twice.
Jenna, when you were talking about the channel points, did you also mention the?
The new ones.
They weren't new.
They're new.
They were always there.
Do you mean, did I mention how to redeem them?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Okay.
Here's how you redeem channel points.
Wait, I got this. No. You gotta type the command. You gotta go redeem exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
exclamation point.
Redeem.
Redeem
You gotta redeem point.
about.
And then
You'll figure it out. It's easy.
Yeah.
Michaela will show you. Alright, that's my announcement.
Yeah, and be sure to check out our friends at Super OK. They're a collection of podcasters and streamers. And also our good friend Aaron, who is you can watch her Twitch stream at Little Bog Witch.
A collection.
A collection.
I don't know why I never thought to say that. Conglomerate. Yeah. Well,
We should start picking like animal horde names, like a murder of crows. Like we should do those.
they're a murder of podcasters.
Oh no, I mean not that one.
murder of streamers.
You know what I mean?
Who suggested
But
that?
I mean
They're
like
like
other
a
animal.
like a gaggle of
yeah,
podcasters.
gaggle geese. Yeah.
No, a gaggle of podcasters.
Our stream has now been flagged
completely
for
different,
using the
Jesus.
words
A
murder and
conspiracy
streamers
of
Yeah.
within a few seconds.
Ooh, I
A
like that
conspiracy
one.
of podcasters.
Ooh,
one's
that's very
nice.
good.
That's very
Certainly a
I
conspiracy.
don't actually know what I know there's a conspiracy of witches, but I don't think that's a real thing.
Oh,
I think
well,
it's
it would
actually
be
a
a
conspiracy of
coven.
ravens.
Or ravens.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, a conspiracy. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. It would be a coven of witches, I think.
Yes.
Um,
There's like a show called Conspiracy of Witches or something.
That's tight.
That makes sense.
There should be one.
We'll do it.
All right.
Forget D&D. We're gonna
You
make
guys
this
want to play
show.
Dungeons and Dragons? I guess.
There's a weird energy.
I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. What it is.
All right, y'all. So, Michaela, why don't you give me a what? Oh shit!
Gifted subs.
Yo, guys!
Hell yeah.
You'll also see that
That's
we have
awesome.
new little widgets and stuff popping up on the screen when you guys subscribe. So thank you very
Oh,
much.
hell
That's
yeah.
really fucking cool. We really appreciate that. Okay, so whenever we get a second, we'll hop into my little close up and then we'll jump into the game. I think yes. How about that?
The game.
So let's get.
You just lost the game.
The game hasn't even begun.
It's loud.
It is.
I haven't even begun the game.
That's enough.
You're not even on camera right now, man. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I am the voice.
That is
Really
loud.
loud. I
Yeah,
like it a
put that
lot.
down.
I am the one who lives.
So, when last we met, you all had finally ventured forth to challenge the conspiracy that is Desmua. You were led to a alternative entrance to her underwater lair by one of the crows that Gore's Black Tongue, Shadow Chieftain of the Moorfolk, had gifted to you in exchange for information and your possible aid. The crow led you through the Southwood Forest out to the northern shores of the island of Moor, not too far away from the little port town of Eodra, where you all began your journey. There you sifted through the rock of the stony shore and uncovered a waterlogged trapdoor that led to a rough-hewn passage underground, black as night. Eventually, this path opened back up to the underground and underwater cavern that Desmua seems to call home. Where before there was a sheer and whole stone altar sat before a perfectly smooth wall filled with etchings of some dark and twisted language. Now the altar is cracked and broken on one corner, and that wall, perfectly smooth, yes, but lacking any semblance of marking or remnants of this etched language. You looked around and found a little bit of displaced dirt and dust and pebbles and whatnot, along with some more interesting bits of fungus and whatnot that some of us are interested in. You concluded that there were bodies in this cavern, shifted and dragged toward the small pool of water where you once had emerged from, entering into this cavern for the very first time. And as you approach that small body of water, you felt the presence of that dark being again. Desmua slowly raised her head out of the water, staring at each of you through her oil-drenched hair. And eventually, a skirmish broke out. After having attempted to charm you, Cassander, to bring you closer to her, possibly in replacement for the young woman that she had lost, Mywin, you all attempted to keep Cassander away from her, and in doing so incited Desmua to attack. You fought valiantly, and some of you nearly were felled. But you fought her off until she dove deep into the waters of this underwater cavern, and you all stand around in Desmua's lair, some of you moving to escape through the tunnel system, others looking around trying to get your bearings, and that is where we will pick up, still within the heat and the sweat of a skirmish, unknowing whether or not your enemy is anywhere near.
I'm just really excited. We have a hype train going.
A hype train! Lower hype train! Yo, thank you guys for doing that during the intro.
I don't know what that
I don't know what that means either.
Oh,
It just
sounds
means
good.
people are like subscribing left and right.
Okay.
That's tight as fuck.
That's the first time.
Thank you guys.
That's the first time some like new internet lingo happened that I didn't get, but also Garrett didn't.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like there's hope for the future.
I wasn't sure if hype train was like an unofficial Twitch thing that like.
Yeah, wait,
we
why was
activated
I the
hype
only one
train, everyone.
besides you guys who didn't get it?
You need to be more online.
Oh my god.
Thank you,
I've been
Michaela.
playing too much
Thank you, everyone,
Very
for the hype
exciting.
train. We're gonna jump into possibly combat. Who knows what's going to happen? We're gonna keep the initiative from last week. Desmua had just made her turn. We are in the fourth participant in this combat, which brings us to Kill. Indigo, you're on deck at number 5, and then following up back at the top of the initiative is Sirakaz Thailani. So,
Is
Kill.
Sirkaz- Sorry, who's prone right
That's
now?
me.
That is
That
Kill.
would be Kill.
Kill
It's
is
the turtle.
yes.
Yeah.
Whoa, what? He's a turtle.
He's a show some fucking respect.
Got me. Okay, so
Racist.
Kill's muscles tense and he kind of like shakes it off a little bit. And he goes, fuck, we had to have been close. Starts to stand up. Did y'all see where she went?
In the water, I believe.
Again?
Well, we'll see if she's coming back.
Perhaps we should get the fuck out of here.
I think that's a really good idea.
Really, I could keep fighting.
I
just take,
like one step back here.
Sure.
For all intents and purposes, I'm just gonna ready a withdraw action. I'm trying to think because I know that this is out of character now. I know that we had a. I know that we knew like from a meta standpoint that she was healing when she went into the water. Was there any visual cues such that we would know that?
Just that she comes back looking
She
wrecked.
yes, there was a visual cue that when she entered the water, two things happened. First, she got the bite on you.
Yep.
Seemingly some of her wounds healed from
Yep.
that. When she got into the water, she was also able to, for a moment, regain some of her, like
Yeah,
just sort of
okay.
fuse back up some of those wounds that she had taken for a moment.
All right. If she stays down there more than a few seconds, we ain't got a chance, I don't think.
I
But
agree.
if she comes right back, maybe.
So you want to go get her? Pull her?
I ain't getting her. I'm bracing myself.
Okay. Shouldn't we move toward the exit then?
That was my plan.
I got people in my fucking way, so I'm just staying here.
Come on,
You
move!
can move through
Can you move through friendlies?
I think you. So can't you?
You can't end your turn,
But you can
But
move
you can
through.
move
I
through,
believe so.
through allies without.
so it is your turn.
All right, I'll move a little further then. I couldn't remember if I could move through friendly, so I'll end up here. And again, I'm readying a withdraw in case I get attacked.
Okay, sounds good.
That's
Then that is
all
your
I
turn.
would do. Yeah. How y'all looking?
Okay. You look terrible. Sorry.
I always look good.
You do.
Indigo, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion,
Okay.
and right in front of the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna create an image of Kiss.
Okay.
Just kind of standing like with her arms like kind of outstretched.
Sure.
very clever.
And then as a move action, I'm gonna move towards the exit.
Okay.
Like basically right up next to that's Kiss right there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get. I mean, you can get here actually if you
I
want.
could probably just leave, but yeah. Let's go into this. Like, I think can I maintain the illusion? Illusion is not concentration. I don't have that spell in front of me, so I don't know how.
You're sure it's not concentration? Oh, we talked about this last time.
It's not marked as concentration.
Okay, it seemed
Then
weird.
it's
but
not.
okay.
Minor.
Even if it
Illusion.
does, line of sight is not a requirement to maintain
No, it's
concentration.
not.
So
Yeah, I think it just lasts for a minute and then it's
Yeah.
gone.
That's great.
Duration 1 minute. Yeah. Blah blah blah.
I think I can only have one at a time. So yeah, that'll.
Yeah. Yeah, you're fine. You can do that.
All right, that'll be me.
Okay. Sounds good. Kaz, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my bow and just start heading towards the exit. Kill, I really wouldn't wait around too long. I say as I'm like kind of going backwards. I'm readying an action to fire
sure.
if she gets anywhere near Kill.
No worries. Cassandra, you're up.
Yep. I am also moving toward the exit. Yeah, I'm not even gonna like ready a spell or anything because I don't want to fucking blow it if I, you know. You didn't.
Well, I'll fix it later.
Oh no.
Oh,
Just
sweet
threw
kiss.
it down.
I dropped it, and it hit the metal of the notebook.
Oh god. Desmond got her.
Oh shit.
She's just off the base.
Thank God we're getting subs. We can replace it.
Yeah, no, thanks, guys. DM drinks.
It's not an omen. It's not an omen. It's fine.
Okay. It is Desmua's turn.
Oh yeah. DM drank.
Goddamn right.
Ah. I'm stressed.
There is an illusion of kiss.
There is.
Makes any difference.
Party drinks? Word.
Thanks, y'all.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Kill wouldn't know this, but I'm curious. Is Cassandra fully out of the cavern now? Just because she's off the map, or is there like a
She's
tunnel?
in the
over there?
tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the tunnel. Kill.
Potion me, bro.
It's a powerful drink.
Kill.
Yep.
You feel the presence of Desmua
Come get me, bitch.
appear behind you here. I will say this. For those that were holding their action for when Desmua appears, she rolled very low on stealth, so Kaz, you would notice her sort of like appear around Kill, and you can turn to look, and you see a shot that you can take. She's behind cover, so you can use your reaction to fire now since she appeared. She will have higher AC on this. Kill, you can also use your reaction for whatever
withdraw.
you had. Yeah, to withdraw into your shield.
Yep. Okay.
So you back into your shield.
means she's
You fall
striking at
down
me.
on the ground.
That's a nat 20.
Amazing. Yeah, you certainly hit.
All right. And because she's within 5 feet, I do get the
Sneak attack. Sneak attacks.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Does the sneak attack also crit, or is that on?
Yeah, sneak attack crits because it's dice damage.
Nice.
So I'm doubling all 3 of my d6s.
Yep.
That rocks.
Okay, so that's going to be 9, 11, so 22 plus 4, 26.
26.
That's good.
How do you want to do this?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Are you kidding?
As she appears, I just want to be like, kill duck! And it flies like right, I want to say like right where your head was, like as you went
Yeah,
into
and
the
I'm
shell.
in your
Straight
line of
up
sight,
just
basically.
withdraws into a shell. You see for just a split second her mouth hinge as she opens her maw wide as she's about to go and dig in to the fleshy part under the shell of Kill, and the arrow and her jaw, her eyes roll back in her head, and she slumps forward. Kill, you feel the weight of her, not too heavy, fall on your shell, and you feel that dark ichor pour out of her bleeding mouth into your shell as she slides off and slumps onto the ground, as both of you just sort of like her, like just a sack of bricks hit the ground unmoving as your shell just sort of rolls next to her as you both hit the ground, and a silence sort of comes over the cavern, and it seems she is dead.
Oh,
Can I?
Oh.
I'm gonna hop up. I'm gonna take my my hammer.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like fucking.
wait, save the head.
Well, I was gonna squish the head, so I guess should I let me roll to see if I can stop it. I'm gonna make a dex save to see
All
or
right.
not.
Calling for your own deck save?
Yeah, I'm gonna call. Let's see, what would the best save be? I'm gonna say this is a whiz save to see if I perceived it quickly enough. I only rolled.
doubt it.
Got 12.
Okay.
I always create
think
my own
it's
rolls
that
and I don't
difficult.
decide what they
What
mean.
the DC is?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
I'm gonna say I caught it just in time.
Sure. The DC is 12.
Why are we saving the head again?
Well, Black Tongue said he'd give us something if we brought back the head, remember?
Oh shit. Okay.
If we've already killed her, which I didn't really mean to do. I did not think that would happen.
I bring the hammer back up again, and I
Me
bring it
neither.
down. I bring it down instead of on the head. I bring it down on like the base of the neck, and like basically try to remove the head through bludgeoning.
Bludgeon the head off. Go ahead and just give me an
this is,
attack roll with advantage.
What we call a steel chair.
22.
22. You're very successful in hard weighing her head off using your hammer that it just and you hear the spine and the neck snap, and you see the skin tear, and more ichor is just just erupting out of her corpse, and the head at this point is removed to the point where you reach down, you grab her at the base of her hair, just where the seam is split on her neck, and you rip and pull the rest of her head off of her body.
Sorry, darling.
Kill, I swear sometimes you're quite a barbarian.
Can I peep back into the hallway?
Yeah.
I was out. I'm gonna come back in. Oh, did I miss it?
Yeah, we did it.
Oh God!
Oh, that's. You see her face just sort of.
Oh,
That
no,
is
Desmura. Poor darling.
Ugh.
really quite a shame.
It's very sad, actually.
I really do have mixed feelings about it, I'll be honest.
Me too.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to stop her from attacking Kill.
I set the head back down, and can I go? I'm not rummaging through like looking for stuff necessarily. I'm trying to like do a little sort of dissection here because I know we saw some elements of her skin, kind of doing things reminiscent of the trees and have it showing that ability to harden. So I'm basically trying to collect some creepy samples.
Yeah, certainly. Go ahead and give me a. I'll allow this to be like a gathering herbalism roll for you.
While he's doing that, can I just look? I don't expect it, but can I look on the wall and see if the writing has reappeared for some reason?
You can head over there, sure.
I rolled a 23.
23. So.
How do you want to do this?
I wash up all the way to the elbow.
Oh yeah.
Latex gloves.
I'll help you.
Yeah, sterilize it. Yeah, perfect.
Doctor.
Yes. Yep, perfect.
Scalp.
This is what you gather.
Let's see if there's any reagents that I can find out. This thing.
You can mark in your inventory a vial. This is just going to be a custom item.
Okay.
You can mark a vial of. I just want to see. I want to make sure I'm like wording this correctly. A vial of dark fey blood.
Dark fey blood. In general, in D&D, it's F-E-Y, not F-A-E, right?
F-E-Y.
Yeah.
I just want to say Fey Darkblood would be a dope stage
That's a
name.
cool name. That's my
Fey Dark
favorite
Blood's
name.
ill.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Sure.
Yeah, I take a little of it. I kind of
Oh,
put it on my gums.
In addition,
Poison damage.
you die.
you find as you're sort of going about this, you find two things on her that seem interesting. Firstly, her tunic situation has sort of like a hood and like a very small cloak sort of attached to it. Couldn't really make it out upon first glances because she's always like waterlogged, and it just sort of looked like it was part of her regalia. But that seems to be something that you hadn't noticed before.
Okay.
And then around her wrists, you can see that there are very thin silver like bracelets around her.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any like remnants? Not that she would need it. Now that I think about it, but are there any remnants of a campfire or any like wood in here that's not like damp and rotted?
You guys have like looked around here pretty well. You didn't see any
Okay, that's fine.
of that. You walk back over to the wall in which the message was originally, and you look, and there doesn't seem to be anything reappearing or anything of that matter.
Damn. And the altar still looks broken.
Altar is cracked and stuff like that as well still.
Damn.
What are the what are the sizes of the rings? Are they like bracelets or are they like finger
They're
rings?
like bracelets, like
okay.
wrist bracelets.
Would they fit my wrists?
They don't necessarily look like they would,
Yeah,
but you can certainly try.
I'm gonna. I turn to you like y'all like I'm like splattered with with like ichor and fey blood and
You want me to clean that
little
up for
bits
you?
of. Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Blood just
Thanks very
onto
much.
the ground off of you from
I'm
the
gonna-
prestidigitation.
I'm gonna sit right here and have myself a little rest,
I,
if that's all right with y'all.
I know what you're doing. You can do it.
I don't know what I'm resting.
Mm-hmm.
I need my beauty sleep.
One last thing.
Yeah.
There is a gold ring on one of her fingers. Her left ring finger.
All right. Well, you see Kill plop down on the ground, and like a child, he's picking up all the items off the ground and like playing dress up. Puts a ring on his finger, puts the sort of like bracelet bangle things on his wrists if he can, and just drapes like the tunic over him, and then looking sort of pleased with himself, he kind of like just snuggles in, kind of closes his eyes.
All right, I guess we're doing this then.
Anyone play the childhood board game Pretty Pretty Princess before? That's what you're doing. You
Sounds
must know.
like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I would love.
Should we perhaps bury the rest of her? It seems rather distasteful to just leave her out like this.
That would be respectful.
Or at least, I mean, I don't know. It seems. I was going to say put her in the water, but that seems a bit.
Burial by sea. That's pretty respectful, I think. Especially if that was where she liked to go. Actually,
Well-
now that I think about it, because she liked to go there, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, she did try to kill. She did kill herself with water. So
What do
maybe
I
it's not,
know? What do I? I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to.
No,
interrupt.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what do I know about how the body of an undead creature would decompose after it stops being undead and goes back to being dead?
It's unundead.
I would say that you don't need to roll for this. It's pretty much just straight up like wherever it was in the process of decay before it became
Just goes right
undeath.
back to
It's
it.
like that's where it sort of resumes to.
All right.
So how about we bury her outside?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, all right, you can drag the body.
That's all right. Oh yes, I'll carry her outside.
Okay.
Take her
Who's
outside.
Leaving the
holding-
head.
I'll leave the head. It seems like.
We're taking that to Blacktongue.
Which is
If
really,
you
really
think
something.
that's best. I don't. It sounds like I was a real asshole from everything you told me, but
Yeah.
It was, but I don't know.
well,
I don't feel like I regret this. I'll be honest. I wish we hadn't killed her. I wish I hadn't killed her.
You did it not 2 minutes ago.
you know,
It was not.
Well,
Listen.
no, I get what you're saying. I wish we could have,
I know.
saved her in the more traditional sense, but perhaps she's at peace now. Perhaps we did save her in a manner of speaking.
Right.
We're still the good guys, right?
Yes, of course we are.
Honestly,
Dragging a body out.
she never laid a finger on me.
Well, don't say that. We have to still believe we're the good guys. Right.
All right, yeah, it's probably fine. I mean, she was doing bad things.
Right.
It's not like we did stop evil.
We've got to find Mywin and everybody.
That's right. Yep.
Well, where
What?
do you think... I mean, they didn't just sort of poof back in here. It's because Mywin escaped, right?
Mywin was lost to.
No. Lost to Desmoor.
To
She
Desmoor.
escaped.
Right. That's what it seems like everyone's thinking. I personally am not that optimistic, but I get it. Sorry.
I think she's out there. And
That
we
would
just
be
got to find
the
her.
best outcome. That's true.
What if she's back at the hangman's already? Serving up beer and things.
Well, here's the thing. We know she didn't leave through any other entrance, which apparently some exist, but she would have had to swim through there because the other one we uncovered.
Desmua did say that she ran.
She ran.
Right.
So is there an uncovered entrance somewhere, you think?
We could look. I think we've explored the place pretty well, but let's look again.
Yeah, sure. You want to make a investigation check?
I will. It's not like bed.
Yeah, the last thing I want is to go in there and find her body floating in the cave.
15.
15. It seems as though the two entrances that you found are the ones that are available to you right now. If you really wanted to spend time here trying to find things, you might be able to find more, but just sort of at the first glance, just looking around, doing whatever you could, the one that you had uncovered before is the one that is the alternative one right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. I know you tried your best.
Aren't you asleep?
I'm gonna just test his asleepness and be like,
Oh, Kill, you've still got a bit of blood on you.
and I lick my thumb and wipe it on his forehead. See if he
20 con.
Yeah, you're asleep.
All right.
Too strong.
Oh yeah.
Sweet dreams.
Too tired.
Got that alpha sleep, baby.
That's right, baby.
Because the only time I got hurt during that fight was when you stabbed me in the arm, right?
Listen, I'm sorry about that, but it's really not my fault. You saw what she did to me, didn't you?
I'm aware.
I
I
am
was
s-
trying to help you out a
Oh,
bit.
right. Which, by the way, I really appreciate. Thank you for grabbing my head and shaking me around. Secondly, here, feel better.
And I cast healing word.
Don't
on
do
you.
that. I'm at full health.
Why
I'm
the
gonna
fuck are you
metagame.
complaining then?
This was like a character
What are
thing.
you whining for?
Visually, you looked really bad, so I just assumed that you were.
Well, I'm
I
still
just
fucking
assumed that you
blue.
were. I just assumed that you were injured.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You just look so
Tough.
ill and
This is just
bland.
normal for you.
Well, so we're just on
Okay.
a making fun of Kaz kick. Is that what we're doing?
No.
This is fun.
That was not in
This has been
character.
so fun for me.
It's fun for me. I'm having
sleep.
a great time.
All
What are you
right.
guys doing?
Yes, let's. I'm taking this move outside to barrier.
Apparently, I'm just complaining.
He's just complaining.
Kill's staying inside.
I will sit next to the
For
napping
full
kill.
30 minutes or whatever is required for a short rest.
Sure.
I'm.
I actually, I do want to swim down into the cave, just to see if I see anything down there, because I know roughly where the halfway point was, so I'm just gonna go halfway and back,
Sure.
just see if there's anything down there.
Indigo, you move out and take the body of Desmo with you up the rough-hewn path to the rocky shores of the northern portion of the island of Moor. While this happens, Kill and Cassander sit in the underground lair, just resting for the moment.
If you're doing short rest hit dice, let's say I'm playing a little.
Song of Rest.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
On my little xylophone, so take an extra d6.
Thank you very much.
Kaz, you dive into the water and you swim for a bit. Getting to about the halfway mark. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dope.
Still rather dark in here, but you have dark vision.
Yeah.
I'm just rolling my.
8.
8. You swear you might see like a odd darker portion in the water further down, but you'd have to swim beyond the halfway point to go find it, to go see what it is.
Sounds like a job.
Fuck it. I'll go ahead and basically exit the cave. Just
As you do so, you begin to swim, and that dark blur ahead of you slowly becomes more and more vivid. Eventually, you see the unmoving, sort of suspended body tucked up on the quote-unquote ceiling of this little underwater passageway of what seems to be a rather old man, just sort of unmoving, drowned in this little underwater tunnel.
Pour one out for Krister.
pouring out for some old man we don't know.
Oh, it's still sad.
We don't know that it's Krister. That's all
Oh, who else is it?
This is a random old man!
What other old man has been described to us?
I'm saying. Exactly.
That's the only old man
We're
we know.
only familiar with one old man.
So this must be him then. This could be
From a narrative
there can't be
perspective,
two
yeah.
old men in the world.
No, impossible.
That would be gross.
That would be disgusting.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Imagine
swim all the
the
way out.
You swim all the way up.
I
You come up for air at the
Yeah.
end.
How far is this beach from like where we entered the cave?
It's not too far. It's beyond Hullhorn Ridge, which was about 500 feet away from you.
Mhm.
So like, I don't know, probably like 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I don't really want to swim back, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
you can
go.
like walk around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And at that point, you come around the bend and you see Indigo in the process of like, would you like to do this on the ridge, at the base of the ridge, where would you like to do this?
I mean, I don't have a shovel, so I guess.
Left your shovel in the cave.
Do I? I don't think I do.
Are there just like you said? There's like rocks here. Can I just like
Yep,
cover
it's a
her in
rocky
rocks,
beach.
maybe?
Sure, you can do that. As you walk around, you see Indigo's in the process of burying her beneath the rocks of the stony shores of this northern portion of the island.
I stop and look for a second. Yeah, well, I suppose it's probably about as good as we can do right now, huh?
I think this is how the humanoids do it.
Hey, Indigo.
Stacking rocks.
Yes, perfect.
How's the burial going?
I've never really done this before. I'm not sure this is quite how it's done, but
No, I think it's really good.
What?
You did a great
Where
job.
are you?
You're in the what are you doing?
You're right.
You gotta do some resting.
You're right. I'm everywhere.
It just peeks out. Oh, I think you did a good job.
I'm omnipresent.
It looks about right to me.
yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. When she's like reasonably covered, I'll pour a little bit pour a little bit of wine out for her.
Oh, lovely.
Great.
The red wine stains the gray stones just a little pink.
I'm sorry, my dear. I wish things would have been different.
Well, it seemed like she deserved better before the whole ghoulification thing.
Yes. I'm still not quite clear on how that happened. Do people just become like this if they're angry enough, or?
Not that I'm aware of, but I also just turned blue the other day, so...
Oh, yes.
Actually, it was probably just a couple hours ago.
Yeah, not long ago.
Yeah. It's been like maybe 12 at the most.
Still blue.
Listen, still blue. And there's sometimes just things happen. I don't know much about the world, to be honest.
Yes, perhaps she wild surged and this happened to her.
Maybe. Oh, I should probably tell you, in case I forget to tell everyone else. I did see an old man in the water cave.
Oh. How was he?
Well, I would say that he was not having his best day. I do believe he is drowned.
Ah, I see.
Yes, which personally I would hate.
Yes, that doesn't sound
but
pleasant at all.
If you do you. I'm not judging people. My assumption is that is Krista, who has disappeared for a while, because it was an older man.
Could be.
It's never looked better.
Right.
I guess we should try to retrieve him.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'll tell you what, I can barely swim that fucking length, and I'm not gonna try to do it dragging a body.
Sounds like Keel would probably be the best person to attempt that.
Yeah, if we can fucking convince him to. I'm not sure it's quite up his alley.
Well,
But we'll try.
yes,
I'm not trying to
let's,
say not to.
Let's head back in with the others.
Absolutely. Oh, and would you mind? And I gesture to my sopping wet clothes.
Oh yes, of course.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wonderful. All right. The two of you re-enter into the underground cavern, and at this point, I would probably say, for the sake of brevity, you guys all, well, not all of you, but Cassander and Kill finish a short rest.
Get hype.
Nice.
So you get to add whatever health dice you want to add. You get the Song of Rest bonuses as
It's
well.
an extra D8.
D6.
Extra D6. Okay.
Sorry.
And the four of you are gathered once again in formerly Desmua's cabin.
Our cavern now.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
We're not going to live here.
I did not intend to.
Yes, this doesn't seem like the
That's
best.
what I didn't use the accent when I said it. It was off character.
So we do seem to have rather burned quite a few bridges when it comes to staying place. Well, I guess we still have the church. We can stay there.
You always have the church.
That's reassuring. Thank God for church.
Who else are you gonna thank for it?
Thank all 5 of them. And any others.
I don't know about you. I've had some very good experiences at church, so I don't. I might be a bit born again.
If only we could all have such experiences in the church.
Yes, I had no idea it was so much fun. Anyway,
On to more important matters.
Cat found a dead body.
Was I able to attune to that stuff?
Not the one
you
that we
attuning to
just took
That was
out.
what I was
How many
attempting to do.
attunement slots do you have available?
Yeah, there's an old
I
man
have
in the water cave.
I have 2 available, but for the purposes of figuring out what they.
Yeah,
You were-
presumably.
I was just gonna drop Wakeheart off.
So you can look up Desmua's hooded cloak, Desmua's silvered bracers, and the ring of false intent.
Ooh,
Sounds
that
dope.
does sound dope.
The ring of false intent. It's from my lion friend Cassandra.
Yeah.
All right.
If you give me my first and second pieces of jewelry in my life, That's gonna be so nice.
Do we want to just have me go ahead and read these?
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna
for the people.
I'm gonna turn down the
Okay.
spooky music. Yeah, go for it.
What do we want to hear first?
Ring of false intent.
Ring of false intent. Okay. This simple gold ring is elegant yet understated. The attuned wearer of this ring gains proficiency in the deception skill. If they are already proficient in deception, they receive a +1 bonus to the skill. A creature with expertise in deception gains no benefit from the ring. So you might already... Do you already have expertise in deception?
I don't know.
I have a +5.
Considering your +4 charisma.
So you probably don't have expertise.
No.
Yeah.
So do you have proficiency in deception?
Well, I have a +5.
Is there a little P next to it?
Nope.
And then,
Oh.
Well, you obviously don't deserve this. So moving on.
well, actually, it might be
Oh,
better
no,
to have
I
someone
didn't
who doesn't
realize
have
the little
proficiency.
tiny
Yeah.
circles have letters.
You get more bonus.
And no, there's not a P next to
Yeah,
it.
maybe I'll just...
Then this
There's
would make
not?
your deception very high.
Yes, it would. There's not. It's an H.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know what the H means.
Well, it means halfling, whatever, because they're
Oh.
like +1 to everything that you're not proficient.
Oh, maybe...
That's nice.
Yeah, anyway. Okay. Desmua's silver bracers. These silver bracers worn by the sea hag Desmua seem to glimmer a gentle light as if they are polished beyond sense. While you are tuned to these bracers, your initiative bonus increases by 1. If you are submerged in water, it increases by an additional point, 2 total.
That seems like one for you.
And you get... so it's a part of a set with the hooded cloak, which if you're also wearing the hooded cloak, you gain a swim speed 10 feet faster than your walking speed. And then the hooded cloak is provides protection from the tides. While you are submerged or standing in water, your AC increases by 2. This is basically a set for water combat.
That's
Cool.
excellent. Especially if we're going to be sailing at some point.
It's fair.
So
someone
if
say
you
sailing.
are attuned to both of them and you are completely submerged in water, your AC goes up by 4, and you get
You get a...
a +10 swim speed
And +2 initiative.
and +2 initiative.
Yeah,
That
it's pretty
It
good.
makes you
already have a
very powerful in the water.
No, I
But
don't
if
have a
you
swim
would have
speed.
fought her in
Oh,
the
then
water, she
Yeah.
would have fucked you guys up.
Kaz effectively has a swim speed.
Yeah, my swim speed is 30.
Yeah, basically 30. So...
Same as my walking speed.
I mean, for now, I'm just going to wear these, and we can talk about it later. Because I'm learning how to lie. I'm trying to connect to Cassandra by learning what this lying business is all about.
Now you have proficiency in deception.
And I'm Goblin Gaben.
I'm Gavin you. You can tell people that and they'll fucking believe it. Alrighty.
All right.
So, you
Well,
guys have succeeded in your endeavors so far.
We found a body. We found Krista.
Right.
I
Very
guess,
disturbing.
yeah, we should, Kiel, how would you feel about, perhaps helping us retrieve the body in this underwater tunnel?
Oh, yeah. That's fine. Here, you hang on to this, and I give you the head. Now, don't clean that up. We want to keep it with all the patina and everything. Otherwise, it'll lose value.
Yes.
Okay.
All the poutine.
God damn it. Anyway,
I love poutine.
it was down the tunnel a bit.
Yeah, a little over halfway there. Presumably he drowned. Poor bloke.
Oh, damn, and I got a swim speed now.
You do.
Yeah, you're gonna be so
fast
fast.
as fuck,
Fast
boy.
as fuck. All right, well, I was going to do something different, but now I don't need to. So I'll just...
Oh, yeah. Trot in, and you feel that sense as if you have ever so slight control over the waters around you, and it propels you forward beyond your usual strength and speed. And as you move through the waters, you eventually come upon this sort of floating, waterlogged, drowned body of this old man, and you grab onto him, and it does slow you down just a little bit, but not enough to keep you from exiting out the other side and coming up for air as you begin to sort of waft and wade your way toward the shore and drag this corpse along with you.
Found him.
As you come in from the other entrance.
Right. Are we to bury him
Fuck.
too?
I think perhaps, well, he didn't have any, his family.
Yeah, his family's dead. That's why I took his hammer. But,
Oh yeah, everyone's dead, huh?
It might be, perhaps, well, how far is it back to the city?
yeah, I think we probably want to go back to the city anyway.
I think we should...
Or should we... Well, we probably want to get rid of this. I'll take that back.
Oh.
Thanks for hanging on to that for
Yes, of course.
me. I just got Krister over one shoulder, and I got the head in the other one.
How
Alright.
far are we from Black Tongue's place?
Well, do we want to give that to Black Tongue? Because I knowing what we know about Black Tongue, I'm now afraid of what he will do with just the head.
I was actually wondering perhaps we should give it over to the I forget her name, the priestess of the church. Perhaps because I guess there is this this bark curse. I mean perhaps it's gone now that we've killed Desmua, but maybe not. Maybe we need some sort of cure, and then her head could help us with that.
Well, hey, how about this? I pull out one of my. Is it fair to say that I was able to take like multiple samples of the blood?
I'll say you get 2.
Okay, I'll say.
It does also seem. I mean, isn't this man responsible for her death?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I go that far.
Yes, he is.
Did he push her off the cliff? I don't remember that part.
Effectively.
He did. Like, didn't he? I don't remember the whole story, but he.
Well, he wanted to marry her.
Mm-hmm.
Mary.
Yep.
Did something to her husband, and then she killed herself to avoid that fate.
Yeah.
Which means the dude must have been a creeper even back then.
Well, I mean, we met him. He's fucking creepy.
Well,
sure, but,
people change over time. I thought, there's always the chance, like, oh, maybe back then he was
that's
a
true.
nice guy. But we know that's not true.
Yes,
That's true.
From what you told me of him, I don't know that I necessarily trust him with Desmua's head.
Yeah, honestly, my biggest fear is that he's going to find a way to bring her back and then just, like,
Oh
be
god.
Yes.
creepy.
That's awful.
I mean, honestly, there's nothing not creepy you can do with just someone's head anyway. So,
Yes.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe we should. I like the idea of getting things. I don't know if I like the idea of committing this woman to more.
You're right.
Awful
Why would we
shit.
bring it to him? That's
Well-
so true.
He's a man that likes to barter, and what else are we gonna do with it? We're gonna give this to the sweet old lady in the church.
Oh, instead
What's she
you
gonna
want to
do
give
with
it to
it?
the psychopath in the woods.
Yeah, well, at least make some good use of it, maybe.
Good use, like how?
Well, otherwise, it's gonna rot into nothingness.
That would be better than whatever
You know-
he's going to do with it.
I don't know much. I don't know what sort of magic the priestess has access to.
Mm-hmm.
She might have something that could talk to the dead or something like that. It might be of use to her in some capacity.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work because this person's been dead a real long time.
Well, I don't know how that's religious magic works necessarily.
Plus, isn't she sort of against necromancy?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
true.
I don't know how your churches really work, but I don't get the sense that, like, remember when we were kind of kicked out of the Moor folks village because we were giving them bad vibes? I don't think she's gonna want us walking in here with this thing.
Well, perhaps. I mean, the other thought is maybe she could. I mean, we don't really know. We assume that Desmua's soul has been set free, but I mean, if this is some result of some sort of curse or something, maybe she could help and make sure that Desmua's spirit has passed on.
What if we leave it here for now and then make this decision another time
We could-
after we speak to the church?
We could bury it with the rest of the body.
We could. Or leave it here in the cave. We can get back down here. Can't we?
So what's the plan?
Leave it here for now. Go speak to the church. Ask if there's a way we can find out whether her soul has been set free. Whether there is or isn't, then we can decide later whether to bring the head to Black Tongue.
You think the soul is in the head?
I don't know where it is. I don't know how souls work.
I don't
soul
really
is
know how
stored
it
in the
works,
balls.
but I don't know. I'm just. I guess ultimately I'm just a little nervous about handing over the head of a woman whose death was caused by the person we're giving it to.
Yeah. Well,
Especially if he's some sort of scary magical warlock or something.
I also don't really want to go see Black Tongue again.
Yes, he sounds
It's
like
just not really
I
worth
just
it.
don't like him.
well, okay. How about this?
Speaking of bad
We did kill his. One of us, I don't remember who, definitely killed one of his birds.
We smoked his raven.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better off that way.
I don't think there's any evidence of that, frankly.
Oh, shit.
Okay, how about this? Y'all don't want to go see Gores, and this head is probably the least creepy to me. So why don't I just go? I'll give this thing to Gores. You guys can go do your thing, and then we'll just meet up.
Okay.
Alright, but if he gives you anything good, you've got to give me a share. I did tell you to save the head.
That, you know what? That's a very good point. I appreciate that. In fact, I rummage around in my pockets. I'm like, what can I give him? Like, I'm gonna give you that shiny pearl I found my first day on Aedra.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, I will take that. That sounds great. Never mind. Keep whatever you get. I don't give a fuck.
Ooh, Indigo, can I borrow that card back, please?
Yes. Wait, I got rather a bad vibe from it. So yes.
Right,
Go for it.
absolutely. Let me try something.
Can I attempt to
Oh.
just play a little tune on my guitar for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Can I make a roll for it?
Yeah.
You know what would be funny?
Is it really bad? Is that the card that makes you fail
It
automatically?
makes you auto get a 1 the first time you
Yeah.
use it, and then not after that.
Ah, good test.
You know what might be I have an idea actually.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank
You figured out how to actually use that.
Correct.
Holy fuck.
I'm not that
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
dumb.
All right, well, it took you guys a while last session, so anyways.
I actually have an idea that might, if you're at all concerned about this Black Tongue guy, betraying you or anything like that, put the card in Desmua's mouth. Then when you give him the head,
He's
he
got
will
it.
have he'll be in possession of the card.
That's, an
That's true.
interesting
Although
point.
I'll have the card until I
That's
hand
true.
the head over.
Yes, there is that. And if he discovers it, he might,
And it sort of just disadvantages you on the first thing you do.
that's
So if that's stirring his pot of soup, that's not really helpful.
that's
Well, it's not. You're going out of your way to do something. If you are doing something that I'm
doing
allowing you to
something
do this.
difficult.
Yes, I'm allowing you to do this with your loot because you're going out of your way to try. Basically you're saying
trying
like, I want to try to play something I've never played before. I would go, okay, make a performance check. You auto fail because you have the card. Whatever. If it's something that he's just like doing in a mundane way, he doesn't need to make a check for it.
Right.
If mechanically, it's mostly a mechanic thing. So it's like, it's not like he takes a step forward and trips and falls on his face because he tried to walk.
That would be really funny.
That would be really funny. But it's more like if Kill upsets him and he leans in to like punch him, then he misses.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So look,
He
Indigo's
tries to
done
hold
it
in a
once.
fart.
Watch me.
He farts and sharts,
And
actually.
I'm gonna play the worst little song you've ever heard on my little.
Wait,
Go
you're
ahead,
trying to
you're-
play a bad song, so it
No.
actually ends up being great.
Yes.
Hey, it's a 1 anyway. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
amazing. You
Oh, I haven't
move,
solved it yet.
you move to play a couple strings and you pluck out a couple notes until ping, and you break a string on your
that's
on your lute.
I knew it'd happen. Cass, do push up. Sorry, I should hand you the card.
Yeah, the card exists.
Try it.
Do a
Anyway,
do a
I
push-up.
Something.
grab Desmua's head and I dive back into the water and I say, okay, I'll catch you guys back in town.
Alrighty.
And,
Don't you want to use it? The
and
card.
as I swim, I'm keeping the head in my hand, so it's just like slapping on the water.
Wait, you're supposed to take the...
Too late.
Oh,
You did.
it's all right. It wouldn't have necessarily.
Do I still have to try to do a push-up?
Yeah, just for my amusement.
Slowly.
like.
I just want to watch your rippling blue muscles.
Oh, right, I'm fucking blue. I keep forgetting.
Oh yes. Do you, Kaz? Do you want? I know that we're not on the best terms with the Moor folk right now. Well, they might. Well, I don't know how they would respond to what we've just done. Do you want me to talk to them and try to get that blue off you?
I would love that, actually.
Right. Well, maybe we can swing by the Moor folk on the way back.
All right, and in the meantime, I guess I'm doing a push-up, and I just sort of like flop down and try to do a
Yeah,
push-up.
you bang on a push-up.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Do something more impressive.
You told me to do a. What do you want me to do?
Do a backflip or
Do a
something.
back. I'm just gonna fucking die.
Okay, not a backflip. Like,
You snap your neck and die.
Yeah.
okay, why don't you play a little song?
All right, let's play a little song.
Make a performance check.
Yeah. What is my performance? +3. Oh, that's not bad.
It won't matter.
11.
You pull your hand up, and you're like, I mean, all you have to do is strum,
Yeah.
and you whip your hand down, and you
Oh,
break 3 strings on the lute.
that's much
The
worse.
lute is unplayable.
I don't know what you knew what was gonna happen. You gave me the loot.
I didn't think it'd be that bad.
Yeah.
It's just the strings that are broken.
It's a very dangerous
Not the whole
topic.
instrument.
4 strings broken.
I mean, yeah,
That's
you
so
can
sad.
restring it.
Right.
I'll just start taking the broken ones off and
Sure.
put them in my little
Oh,
pocket.
so am I just holding on to this then?
Right.
Are you,
No.
are you taking it back?
I'll take it back. I just wanted you to, get it out of your system. All right. Let's go.
Yes.
To Norfolk.
Do you think it's wise to tell the Moor folk what happened about Desmua?
I don't know.
I guess this is probably I lived with the Moor folk, but I can't imagine the topic ever came up.
Well, if you remember, the only person who knew that she was alive was the chief. No one else knew that, so we could tell him, hey, Desmua was alive through some unholy, awful magics, and we re-killed her.
That seems bad. What if instead of visiting the Morfolk, we just visited Mother Alessandra at the church? And maybe she can make you not blue.
That's quite possible.
And we can visit the Morfolk later when they're not as mad at us.
Yes, fair enough.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Let's head back on to town. I'm sure Kill will figure out where we are.
And I can buy some new lute strings, if there's a store for such a thing.
I'm sure there's some sort of lute strings are us.
Strings are us. Words. All right. For the sake of brevity, the three of you head back towards the town proper of Eodra. Eventually, you return to the King's Hand Chapel. The doors open as they always are. Sconces lit and whatnot. And you enter. And you don't really.
Oh, did we
see
bring
anyone.
Krister's body with us, or did we leave it there?
Oh.
You can say one of you took it. Kill left it there. No one said they brought it up at all.
Yeah, I would say let's if we're heading to town right away, then yeah, let's bring it with us.
Sure. Okay.
I'll be carrying it, I guess.
Gotcha. You don't really see anyone around. You hear the sort of pitter-patter of the dripping water from Krister's corpse in Indigo's arms. And eventually you hear footsteps through the hall. And out from one of the hallways with a small little lantern is the familiar face of Victory. Kind of turns around the young tiefling man and says, "Oh, hello. Sorry, I wasn't really expecting anyone this time. What's going on? You all alright?"
Yes. Is Mother Alessandra in by any chance?
Yes, she's a bit preoccupied. She's tending to Samson.
Oh,
Samson.
Samson's back.
Yes, he returned not too long ago, a little beat up. He ventured off into the Southwood, apparently, and was out there for a little bit of time, but he has returned.
Well, we'd love a chance to talk to him as well. We found a body. We suspect it might belong to. Are you familiar with Old Man Krister from the docks?
Yes.
Is
and
this
he looks
him?
and sees. Oh my.
Is this him?
Yes. Wild magic surge.
Oh my!
I want a dead body.
Incredible. Roll me a D100.
I hope.
Thanks, Patrick.
I hope Krister turns blue.
Oh
Oh no.
Krister turns blue. He becomes more drowned.
Way to save him for the poignant moments, everyone.
Jesus. 28.
28. I think we rolled.
The music and everything.
Oh god, what is this?
Oh no!
Not good at all.
Oh, no.
Not good even
Wait,
a
is
little
this
bit.
the magic missile?
No.
This is
Okay.
Dance Macabre.
No, it's just not good.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I need.
How bad?
It's bad.
Oh,
like
shit.
bad.
Fireball.
I
What's
need.
that?
It's close. I need Kaz and Kiss to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Oh, that's
As-
Refreshing swim.
The blue specks of arcane energy turn bright orange and white around you, and they sink into the ground, and an inferno of fire raises around you, and a wall of fire encircles you, Indigo. And the two of your companions standing next to you are blown back one way.
21.
You save.
23.
23. You both save. Indigo, you can go ahead and roll. You guys will take half damage from this.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll take 4th damage.
You will.
Oh, you.
Give me just a
Oh.
moment.
Tiefling.
That's special.
Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks. If you kill my character, we have to break
We
up.
believe it's Christopher.
Yes. Indigo, you can roll 5d8.
5d8.
Yes.
Jesus.
Kiss, you take half.
I don't use my
Kaz, you
phone
take a
to
fourth.
find.
That's fucking hilarious.
Very fun. You see Indigo, or excuse me, Victory just sort of like, what the fuck? And he just like backs up and like drops the lantern that smashes on the ground. And like a little bit of that oil sort of like burns as well as he turns and starts stomping it on the ground. Total?
26.
26 halved. You take 13 points of fire damage. You take 7 points of fire damage. It's up for a minute.
A minute?
Oh my god.
Signaling.
Put out?
Considering it's wild magic.
It is concentration on your end, so I'll say you can end the concentration. And
I am so sorry.
Well, that is getting worse then, mate.
You know what? Why don't you explain all this? I'm going to step outside. I'm so sorry about all of this.
is Hellspawn.
Yes, I think I need a moment. I'm so sorry, and I'll walk out of the church, leaving Krister's body.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm actually okay. It didn't hurt as much as the missile the other day.
That's good, I suppose.
Learning to live with it.
Victory, my sweet little tiefling friend.
what the fuck is going on with you all?
No, he's just like that. He gets sort of the
What do you mean he's just like that? Fire bursts out of the fucking ground in a church.
Hey, you're a tiefling, aren't you? You're fine.
I don't give a shit. I was burning on the church.
I did.
It wasn't that close, but all right, mate.
Look, he just sort of gets like the hiccups, and sometimes it comes
The
out.
hiccups.
Well, that's what
he
I-
gets the hiccups and fire comes out of his fucking feet.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm blue now. Because of hiccup. Did you not fucking notice?
He was red before.
I don't
was
know. I
red.
figured you'd have you ever think. I don't fucking know. What do you need Mother Alessandra for? She's busy.
Old Krista.
I
What about him? He's fucking dead.
I don't know what to do with him.
I don't know. Take him to the fucking back. What do you want me to do?
Bloody cemetery.
Samson's the one who takes care of the cemetery.
Samson's a little busy, isn't he?
Clearly, so fucking get on with it.
I'm supposed to bury him. I'm 2 feet tall.
Well, I don't give a shit. It's not my
Victory.
job. You can take him
Victory.
anywhere you fucking want.
Victory.
What?
Listen, I like the Spitfire. You're gonna stop fucking yelling though, alright?
You set fire to the church, you fucking moron! And you can clearly see that he's like aghast that any of you would argue with him in this.
No.
in this situation.
I am trying to intimidate him.
You can make an intimidation
When
check.
I'm telling him to stop yelling, I'm like glaring.
You can make an intimidation check.
What's my
I don't work
intimidation?
against a fellow tiefling.
You don't know that.
Scary to him.
15?
15. You definitely see that he is like, he's definitely now like on his guard and is just like, he's clearly like, he's definitely like afraid of like, he's like fucking Jesus, but like, he's still sort of standing his ground like, you guys need to go figure your shit out. So he turns and says, listen, this is holy ground and whatever the fuck is going on with you all, please just take it outside, okay?
Alright, okay.
That's all you had to say.
That's fine. Don't say that.
And he's
Alright,
just sort of is like, he's like, I don't even know what to do.
We're going outside.
Okay, you move outside.
With Krista.
I'm heading to the inn.
Okay.
To where?
I thought it was rather reasonable.
You know, I've had 2 very weird social interactions with Victory now. He's just got to get a hold on his temper, isn't it?
Word.
Okay, what do we do about...
Maybe. Could be bad guys.
Okay, do you know how to bury a body? You saw Indigo do it earlier.
I'm vaguely I can't do it like. Oh wait, Indigo. Oh yeah. I was thinking of when we reburied the bodies the other day and killed.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm vaguely aware of how to dig a hole. Yeah.
I can help. Let's dig a hole.
Do we?
Can we bury
We're gonna have to
Krista,
go back in to get a shovel.
Oh,
I don't have a
Yeah,
shovel.
you guys
do,
don't
you
have a shovel, right?
do you have a shovel?
no.
All right.
Go back in?
I'm gonna turn around and go back in.
Okay. You guys re-enter, and you can see at this point. You can see at this point, Victory is in the process of explaining this interaction to Mother Alessandra, who is standing near the altar and everything, and you see him just sort of like he hears you approach and just turns and then like goes back to Alessandra and then looks at you again. Is like he turns to Alessandra. Is just like, do you see what I fucking did? And Mother Alessandra just, you can take a break, my dear. And he just, so ask. And he just like moves to like one of the bedrooms. She turns, and you can see her. She just sort of looks at the broken lantern glass on the ground, and then over back at you, and the sort of scorch marks of the fire in that circle where Indigo once stood, and just says, Yes.
We just need a shovel. We didn't. We did mean to leave when he asked us to leave. We don't have a shovel to bury old man Krista.
He wants us to put him in the cemetery.
We also want to put him in the cemetery. We think that's the right place to put him. We're not trying to carry a dead body around.
Yes. Why don't we start by you telling me what happened?
Can we... I'm sorry to be rude. Can we start with maybe turning me red again? I'm blue.
This isn't like a fashion thing for you?
No, it was a weird magic thing that I'm unfamiliar with.
Oh. All right. I mean, if you're unfamiliar with the magic, I don't necessarily know what to do for you.
Me neither. I was
Right.
hoping you would,
Indigo
to be honest.
had one of his wild hiccups and it turned him blue.
Right.
It's not the priority. It's fine.
We can try a few things.
Alright.
If I'm incorrect about something, it might take me another day to come up with another thing. So if you have a bit of patience there, then that should be fine. But if you don't know where to start, then I don't really know either. Why don't you sit down? Let's have a chat. She sits on one of the pews and just sort of rests her arm on the side and just sort of looks at you expectantly to sit, sort of, you know, in the same pew just next to her.
And I do.
You do? Sure.
Yeah, I do.
Sure. She just looks expectantly at you.
So, I forget if we've talked about Desmua before. You and me.
I don't recognize that name, no?
Right, that would make sense. She's of the Moorfolk, I think. And basically, long time ago, something really terrible happened to her. And someone, a different member of the Moorfolk, sort of caused it. Anyway, after she died, she got really vengeful, we think. And she's the one who's been sort of haunting Samson and others in the town. And we had to put a stop to it, so we found where she was and we put a stop to it.
Interesting. So you spoke with the Moorfolk?
Yes.
Alright. This is good news, I suppose. You've figured out quite a bit of things. Must have been harrowing. I'm sorry if Victory was abrasive. Things have been odd. He was rather worried, as we all were when Samson disappeared. And she shifts her hand on top of yours and squeezes it. But thank you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Okay. Oh,
Get it, girl.
it's not good. It's a 5.
You
Never
look
is.
into her eyes, and you feel a comfort that you've sorely been missing. A parental figure that you finally have. And you would do anything for her. Would you do me a favor? I left Samson in his room. He's resting. I'm going to try to figure out a aid for Sirikaz. Would you check on him? Just,
Samson,
I don't know. Yeah, just give him some water or something like that. I don't know if he needs anything.
of course.
Thank you.
Where do you keep water?
Just, well, water, you can go in the kitchen. It's just down the hall on your left. Samson's the last door on the right.
Certainly,
Thank you.
of course.
And get up and go. Alrighty. So, Kaz, come over here. Let's see what I can do for you.
I'd scoot closer.
Sure. She just sort of, all right. So you said this was one of Inigo's.
Yeah,
And when did this happen? When you were out in the woods?
yeah, it was around 12 hours ago, maybe.
Oh.
It's been a little bit. I kind of thought it would go away.
Yes. Interesting. Can you describe to me what happened?
So, Indigo was kind of in one of his modes where he's just disappearing in and out of reality. He appeared behind me and did some sort of magic thing, and then I was blue. I understand there's not a lot to go on.
Interesting. All right. Okay. What was going on when this happened?
I believe this was right before we went to talk to the Moorfolk. We were not... Was it before or during? It was right before. We were kind of just walking and talking, I think.
And this was at night?
This was... What time is it right now?
It's like, sort of getting closer to the early morning. This is like kind of in like the middle of the night.
It was like middle of the day yesterday.
We have an NPC.
An NPC, please tell me.
Thanks, Patrick.
Patrick is going crazy today.
He's been storing
Her
his
name is
points.
Gretel.
Okay, hold on. Gretel. Okay, give me a second. I need to write this down. All right, Gretel.
She's a human.
Okay.
She's British.
She's fucking British.
Short, British.
Sort of mysterious vibe. Gray clothes and a face cover, so you can't tell what she looks like.
Okay.
Tri-corner hat.
Nice.
Profession, mage tracker, or mage hunter tracks chaotic.
Oh shit. Okay. Thanks, Patrick.
Amazing.
Patrick's like, I'm
He
gonna
makes you
make...
wild surge, and then he makes a tracker.
He's on his chaotic.
Got it.
Jesus. All right.
As this conversation is
What if I
happening,
made a foil?
as this conversation is happening, Kaz, Indigo, you're outside, just sort of waiting for things to,
I was heading towards the inn.
Oh, okay. You head towards the inn.
We're wild magic surgery.
Now?
Another wild magic surge. Go for it.
Thanks, Aaron.
As you walk through the alleyway, you spot a sort of shorter looking woman, like sort of walking up and like about to walk past you. She seems to be on her way towards the King's Hand.
93.
93.
That's sure to be good.
Oh my God.
Love
Okay.
when we roll the big numbers.
Maybe I'll just kill her.
We insta smoke through them. That'd be so.
I started blasting. That is
Aaron said it.
amazing.
Patrick brings out the worst of it.
Yeah, incredible. Okay, one second.
I like this. These are like narrative choices
Yeah, this is
the
like
audience is
Misfits.
making
I mean,
today.
Yeah.
with what's going
This is
on.
really
crazy.
cool.
All right, sorry. Okay, it's on a different page. Okay.
Because we never use the 90s.
I know, we're never getting to the 90s.
We don't talk about the 90s.
What did you say, 93?
93.
Okay. It's not the craziest thing in the world.
It's just 2 magic missiles.
No. You begin to feel that sort of
Good Lord, not
thing in your stomach, and you feel your limbs and your muscles and your bones elongate and enlarge,
Can I
and
get taller again?
you go up one size category. So you are large.
Size category.
You are large.
Holy fuck.
Mhm. So you are now considered large,
All right.
which is huge.
How does
If
that
this is
compare to
permanent, that's
Bill?
going to be a lot to deal with. We'll figure that out
So,
later.
like in game terms, kill still takes up 1 square. If you're large, you take up 4 squares.
Which is
That's how
which
big
is
that is?
You guys can all
10
ride
square
him.
feet, right?
Yeah,
Get on it.
yeah. He's like 10 feet wide.
He's like 10 feet wide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
Yeah, you just fucking
I mean, not
Mario
necessarily
mushroom.
quite that big, but
No,
like,
but like you're huge.
like a cow.
That's a
is
Goliath.
large.
Yeah, a cow is large. So you're like a cow.
I'm medium.
This actually creates a lot of
A cow?
opportunities.
I'm medium.
This woman who is passing you stops and turns around.
Yes,
You can
yeah.
see she's wearing this sort of like.
She just called us tiny.
Yes.
Question: is he also 8 times his weight now?
It'd be 4 times,
Depending.
right?
We don't know. We don't know how heavy he is. The woman turns,
It's rude to ask.
and you can see she is sort of, her face is sort of covered by this almost like mesh looking like face cover where you can only really see the outline of her nose and her mouth. Very Rorschach from Watchmen type thing. And she turns around and she seemingly looks directly at you and she says, "Oi. What do you have going on there?"
Good question, honestly. I'm not having the best day right now. Things happen to me sometimes, and well, this isn't the worst thing's ever happened, but sometimes it's not very convenient.
You said things happen to you sometimes.
Yes.
Just sort of chaotically.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. Yes.
Besides this, where was the last place that this had happened to you?
It's actually very embarrassing. I happened at the church, actually.
Oh.
Yes, a bit of a. Everything's fine. No one's hurt.
What's going on with this? She points at Krister's body.
I think I left that.
Did you leave that? Oh, did you leave that?
Yeah, I went to
just
carry that around the town.
And where are you heading to now?
I honestly just was going to go find a drink. It's just been a really rough.
Would you mind accompanying me back to the church? I'm very interested in what is going on with you and what's going on.
Give me insight.
Yeah, we all go to the
Go for
church
it.
to fuck.
Everybody
Only
fucks at
Indigo.
the church.
Did you miss?
I know what happens at church. I got a
It's
5.
very cool.
5. I mean, like, you literally can't see her face, so you do not have any read on her really. She seems excited about whatever the fuck is going on.
Oh, you have an interest in me.
Yes, I'm very interested in what is going on, seemingly with you. You said this happened in the church as well, yes?
Yeah, it did. Yes. It was rather inopportune time, really, for it to happen. It's usually not quite that inconvenient, but I don't know that I'm necessarily welcome there right now, to be honest.
I'm sure it's fine. It's the church. They have to have their doors open. Yes, this is Naledi, is it not? Why don't you just come with me? And she holds her hand out.
Well, I see no reason not to trust you.
grab
Very
her
well,
by
let's
the
go.
torso.
Wonderful. And the two of you head back. Kaz, Alessandra at this point says, all right, well then, I suppose we could try something like this. And she holds her hand out and she touches your shoulder, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 15.
15.
Yeah.
You feel a sort of little surge of something happen, and you sort of almost instinctively resist it. And it fades, and your skin is still blue, and nothing really has changed. And she just sort of, interesting. I'm sorry, my boy, I'd have to try again tomorrow.
It's quite alright. Honestly, I'm sort of getting used to it.
Well, why don't I go check on Cassandra and Samson and see what's going on?
Sure.
Cassandra, at this point, you've gone into the kitchen, gotten some water, and you head out of the kitchen, stand in the doorway, and you see, you hear footsteps first, and you turn and see Mother Alessandra sort of making her way to you.
Hi.
Your friend seems very resistant to my blessings and whatnot. Very odd. Yes, I tried something. I figured it would work, and it didn't. It seems as though he resisted what was going on. It's rather unfortunate. But come with me. Why don't we move on to Samson and see if we can help him out?
Sure.
And she walks up to the door furthest on the right, and she opens it and sort of ushers you inside. And you walk in, and it's rather dark in here. There's really not any lights lit or anything like that. And you hear the door click shut behind you. And you then hear, and you turn around, and for whatever reason, it seems Mother Alessandra has locked the door. I mean, probably she just wants her privacy and whatnot.
This music is probably just coincidental.
Yeah,
Party.
And you're holding the sort of like this little water basin in your hand with like a little bit of like a wet rag, uncertain of what you might need it for. And she just puts a hand on your shoulder and she says, why don't you go see Samson? And you turn and you look in the bed and you see Samson sat crisscrossed with a handful of different reagents spread out, with another book open.
Why has he got those again?
Oh, he's just reading. He's just doing a little bit of activity.
No, that's what he had when we were in the cemetery. That's what made it all go bad.
Oh, no. Trust me, my dear. He's got everything under control.
No, he shouldn't have those.
You look into Alessandra's eyes, and you believe that everything is under control. And she wouldn't steer you wrong.
Okay.
It's all right. Why don't you go see what he's up to?
Of course.
And Samson sits there with his eyes closed, his hands sort of out, palms up. You can see that there are 2 little wounds in his hands, just at the bottom of his palms. And he seems to be muttering something. And there's a bunch of reagents. One of them is a black raven wing. The other is a small little familiar looking bit of fungus, a mushroom that you may or may not have seen before. A little tiny bit of rodent bone, uncertain what it's from, and a tiny little bowl of some sort of substance that smells so familiar. It's so intoxicating.
Okay. Samson, I'm supposed to bring you water.
As he speaks, you hear 2 voices layered on top of each other. One of them a little stronger than the next. You hear under this louder voice a soft, younger man's voice, Samson's voice. But layered over top of it, you hear, "Good." Without opening his eyes, he says, "I am thirsty."
Okay. I brought a bowl. It's full of water. It's not a cup. Sorry about that. Here you go.
Set it down in front of me.
I don't mean to disturb your work. Have I interrupted something?
No, we've only just begun.
I can leave you your privacy then.
I would prefer you join us. But first, bring your friend. There's more work to be done. And his eyes flicker open, and you see not the eyes of the young Samson, but those dark, sunken eyes of Gore's black tongue sunk in Samson's face. Fetch me Sirikaz Theloni. And you feel the calming hand of Alessandra on your shoulder. Do as he says, my dear.
I have to.
Mother Alessandra beckons you to it. For the sake of this, you are charmed by Mother Alessandra, and she's beckoning you to do this. Essentially, you can have whatever feelings you want about this, and we'll play that out. But as long as Mother Alessandra does not command you to hurt yourself or to hurt your ally, then that is the effect of the charm. You are compelled to do that.
And charm lasts how long?
You don't know.
Right, sure. And then I've been charmed earlier this day.
Yeah, sure.
There's nothing about it that's like setting off alarms in my head.
It's not how it works.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Okay, I'll go get him. Open the door.
Sure.
I walk out.
The door shuts behind you.
Cass, where are you?
I'm still hanging out in the pews. Are you done fucking around with Samson?
No,
Oh.
they want you.
What?
They want you to come join.
How many people does it take to... Fine, whatever.
It's everyone. It's Alessandra and Samson, but he's weird.
He's weird.
He's acting funny.
I sort of get up and, like, approach her.
Hmm?
What do you mean?
Just as you get up to leave, Indigo and your new companion, you sort of break the threshold of the church and you see...
I just got Gretel. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, right?
I just got the reference.
Yeah. You break the threshold of the church, and you see Kaz sort of stand up. You don't necessarily hear what he says, but he seems to be talking to someone, and he moves to the hall, and there's no one else around. But you see this happen.
Oh, I kind of duck into the...
Yeah, for sure.
Do I even fit it through the door?
Yeah, you can
Large
duck it.
size?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can duck through it.
Yeah, not that big.
Hey everyone! As you can see, there's been a new development in the adventure that is me.
You all hear a sort of slightly deeper voice, familiar to you,
Hello,
coming from the hall, and Gretel turns and says to you, "So this is where you felt this thing, this surge, yes?"
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful. I'm going to look around, and she just begins to like investigate the area.
Indigo, can you say fee fi fo fum for me?
Fee fi fo fum.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Did his wine glass grow appropriately, or is he a bit tiny?
The world's
wine glass?
tiniest
He's
one.
got a tiny wine glass.
Okay. Oh, so my robe did not. So.
No. Your clothes did.
Am I
Your
wearing
wine
like a
glass.
shirt and a
No. Your clothes did.
Okay.
Your wine glass
Okay.
did
It's
not
kind
because
of
you were
like this little
holding it.
thimble.
Yes.
We're wild landing surgery.
Again?
All right.
Patrick, Jesus. I thought that I had that on a
On a
on a
timer.
cooldown, but I guess
I
not.
think he's using different things. He was using his chat room.
That is
Game
very smart.
system.
That is very smart.
Oh.
You know what? I'll allow it. Very smart.
All right.
What?
The scene was getting incredibly erotic, by the way.
It's very true.
22.
22. Okay.
Yeah, well, you could have been.
I mean, like actual me.
Jenna,
You've had this before.
I have inspiration?
So
What happened?
Thank you.
use that accordingly.
Inspiration. You've
Thank
had
you.
this before.
Okay.
Familiar to you, except... Oh, actually, at this point, now that you stepped into the church and sort of say these things, at this point, you feel that rumbling in your stomach, and you begin to shrink once again. You're back to your normal size, because it only lasted a minute.
Okay.
And then you shrink more.
No. Once again, you
No.
feel that familiar sort of growth around your arms and body as
No way.
branches and leaves begin to sort of erupt out of you.
Yeah. So
This again.
I'm having a day, as you can tell.
Yeah, pretty volatile today, man. What'd
Yeah,
you eat?
so, I don't know. Maybe a.
Oh, Indigo,
Maybe it
you're
was.
back.
Yes. Hello.
Can I see him, Indigo?
I mean,
I'll say at this point he's like sort of gotten into the point where you can see him.
Indigo. Oh, Mother Alessandra, do
There's
you...
another woman who's like randomly
Yes,
like around.
I've made a new friend. I'm sorry, I didn't catch her name.
Hi, who are you?
Oh, sorry. My name is Gretel. I heard, and actually I saw just now, and a couple times before. Yes.
No, nothing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you had like. There's another thing. No. I saw earlier and just now that your friend is sort of intertwined with chaotic magics, and I'm sort of an expert on that. And he said that this
are
sort of
you?
happened around here, so I'm sort of looking around. I happened upon, Aeodra as, sponsored by the Crown and everything like that. So you've led me here, and I'm very interested in this. What is going on here?
Oh, something very important. In fact, Mother Alessandra, do you want everybody to come?
You hear from behind the door. Who all is there?
Oh, it's me, it's Kaz. Indigo's back, and he's got a new friend named Gretel.
We would love to see them, yes.
Okay.
One at a time. Samson is very tired.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
you'd hear that.
yeah, absolutely. It's fucking weird, but
Who first then?
Sirakaz was here first. Bring him in.
I think technically I was here first.
That's why I brought you in.
Oh, me too. Okay. Well, you
Term
said...
is bro.
I wanted the first brain slug.
Okay, well then. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you made a friend.
Yes. You know, we should actually, Gretel, we should talk. Do you know anything about turning people not blue?
Right.
yeah, I used to be red.
He wants to go back. To
Fascinating.
Yes, it was a result of, you called it chaos?
Yes.
I guess that's what I have.
Wonderful.
He's sort of been victimized by the chaos.
Ah, well, I've read there are many different things that could happen, and it's entirely. And you hear, "Darling, is he coming?" from behind the door.
Oh,
Can you do a
yes.
quick insider Rooney on this whole
Go for it.
situation?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's pretty good. 19.
19. I mean, it's difficult to sort of ascertain what's going on, even with that high of a roll.
Yeah, it'd be
because-
wild to just be like,
What
Wait a
the
minute.
fuck?
she's charmed and they're evil now.
I mean, like, her voice is coming from behind the door. I mean, Samson's tired, I guess, and for whatever reason, she wants Kaz in there. I mean, like, seems kind of. You're like, you look at
Bit
Kaz
odd,
and you're
but
like,
whatever.
yeah, you
Who
look
am
at
I
Kaz
to
and you're
judge
like,
about things being odd?
yeah, and you're like, well, I don't know why the fuck you would want Kaz in there. No offense, Kaz, but like, you're
well,
like,
no, my
kinda weird.
bedside manner is awful,
Yeah,
historically.
So, I mean, it's weird, but you know, that's what you get.
Yes, all right.
Gretel just sort of says, "Oh, sorry, didn't know if I was interrupting. I can go back to just sort of looking around."
Sure. No, I would love to hear more about all this at some point.
Oh, sure.
But-
Just give me a moment.
yes.
I'm gonna look around.
Maybe
for it.
you could help Samson.
Who?
Samson, he's in there in the other room. He's doing something weird with magic too.
You hear the door open, and
Stop
Mother
laughing
Alessandra steps out and shuts the door behind her, and she turns and says, "What is going on? What is taking so long?"
Just speaking to Gretel.
Right. Why don't you come inside and help myself and Kaz out? After you, my dear.
What are we helping you out with?
Just
I'm like
need a little
following
bit
him.
of-
Just
Sure. We just need a little bit of help with Samson. He seems to be a little roughed up from his time in the Southwood.
All right.
And she ushers you in. Same description. It's dark in here. You sort of you do have dark vision, but like it is darker than normal in here, and you sort of adjust for a moment, and then you hear the door, and you hear behind you.
Yeah, all right. I'll be honest, I don't like that.
And as your eyes sort of adjust, you see that same picture in front of you of Samson sitting cross-legged with his palms up, eyes closed, the reagents in front of him, and a familiar-looking book open on the bed.
Samson?
Hello, devil. His eyes flick open, and you see those same eyes of Gore's black tongue behind Samson's face. I'm glad you could join us. I have something very interesting planned. But you see, my vision was snuffed while you all were taking care of our business. So I sent little Samson back here in anticipation for you. Tell me, where is your friend Kill?
Right. I don't give information without being given something.
Well, you see, I believe we've already entered into some sort of arrangement, so did you or did you not succeed in our endeavor?
I know I'm charmed, but like, what the fuck does Cassandra think is happening right now?
This is, yeah, I mean, like, You are charmed by
Alessandra.
As far as that goes. I mean, this is super weird and fucked, and you're like, why the fuck is what is going? You're basically just very confused. You can act on that.
Okay.
That's about
I
it.
feel like it's like seeing something incredibly fucked, but someone's telling you like
That it's
somebody
it's
that you
okay.
trust. Is
Someone
like,
that
Don't worry, this is fine.
you trust beyond a shadow of a
Yeah.
doubt that, and they're telling you it's fine, even though you see the devil himself in front of you.
I
So
now
that's
recognize
about it.
him as Gore's Black Tongue, and I just
I
say
mean,
that's fine
it's Samson,
to me. Well,
But you
yeah,
hear,
but I hear.
you hear Gorza's voice and you see Gorza's eyes. Yes.
Sure. Okay.
Basically, someone that you know is good is telling you that someone
That, it's
That you
fine.
know is
You know it's
bad.
evil.
Fine
Yes,
that Black
exactly.
Tongue's good.
Exactly that.
Okay.
So did you or did you not succeed in our endeavor?
Kill is on his way to you.
Very good. To do what?
To drop off the thing.
You can speak openly here. We're all friends. And you feel the hand of Mother Alessandra on your shoulder once more.
Alessandra, are you working with him of your own free will?
And Alessandra turns and looks at you and says, "Of course, we're fast friends."
You and Black Tongue?
She turns and looks at Samson Blacktongue and, "Of course, I've taken care of him all my life."
What?
Gross.
What do you mean?
I've taken care of him.
Samson, you mean?
Of course.
Sure, but what about Gore's Black Tongue?
Are they not one and the same?
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was like you were speaking, and I turned to Black Tongue. I thought you were like speaking through him. This is your body.
No, you fool.
Oh, I'm just trying to make sure I understand.
Yes.
Well,
Also, what was it that you wanted?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I was brought back here. Like, what do you want from me right now?
Sorry, I'm not used to conversing with fools, you see. Certainly you can put two and two together, little devil.
What I'm saying is, I don't really care what you're doing. What I'm wondering is why I'm in this room right now.
Well, you have given me an answer that I am very excited to receive if Kill is indeed on his way.
should he just drop it off on your doorstep?
Oh no, my dear. I have much in store for our friend. As for you, I have plans as well. But you will sit tight for now. Once I get what I need from Kill, we will all have a bit more on our plate to discuss. Was your friend what did he look like? Sometimes it's hard to see through my little bird. He was not present for our initial meeting, but I know he's a friend of yours. Sounds as though he's just outside our door, yes? Ha, ha. Oh, I love making friends. Why don't you bring him in here, Cassandra? And we can meet face to face. What is his name?
His name is Indigo?
Ah. I would like to meet him.
I'll go get him.
Good.
Indigo?
You
Yes,
place your
Garrett,
hand
what's
on the doorknob, of which is locked. And Mother Alessandra slips a key and unlocks it just over your hand. And the door slinks open as you turn the knob and poke your head out.
Indigo.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
I imagine they're both like looking at me, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, Mother Alessandra is sort of preoccupied with Cassander, but Samson is looking at you, or at least over at you.
Okay. I am gonna stab Alessandra in the back. Ooh.
It's a baller move.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Cool.
Holy shit.
It's obviously sneak attack because
Oh.
It was obviously
within
sneak attack.
5
Yeah,
feet.
By the way,
absolutely.
I wanted to say this earlier too, but is sneak attack dice, is it as many as levels that you have?
It's specific.
Yeah, not
Oh.
exactly.
It's specific to a
Yeah.
couple levels.
Because I'm level 4 and it says 2d6 here. I'm pretty sure that's 100% accurate.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was 4 because you're level 4.
No.
No.
That would be
Insane.
so powerful.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
it'd be
didn't
insanely
remember.
powerful.
That's probably not gonna hit. Actually, that's a 9.
A 9. You move to stab Mother Alessandra in the back, and almost as if she knew it was coming, she just sort of shifts out of the way, and you're like, how the fuck? It is impossible that she would have known that to be coming.
Yeah.
And she just sort of turns, and she's like, Indigo, what is going on? And, or
You mean Kaz?
Kaz, yes,
Indigo.
is what I meant to say. And Samson says, easy, little devil. You would strike out at the innocent. You are one of the hells.
So
aren't
she
you?
is under your power. That's good to know.
Do I hear this? Do I?
You definitely see this.
Saw the-
or at least you
um,
heard some sort of weird situation happen.
I'll go. Is everything? What happened? What's going on?
You enter into the room.
I mean, I'll at least like look in the room.
What is this?
You look in the room. Your eyes have to adjust for a moment. You see just a bunch of darkness sort of in the room for a second.
Black
If I
tongue's
hear
doing
like
magic.
if I hear like a struggle or something happening, I'll definitely be like, "What's going on?"
And for a moment, Kaz, you hear, why don't you settle down? And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just use this one. 11.
Your body tenses up, and you can't move a muscle. You're paralyzed for a moment.
Indigo,
Yes. What's going on?
Black Tongue is here. And he's
Oh.
doing magic, I think. Through Samson's body. I think it's good.
Insight, I guess, on Cassandra.
Yes,
You
go
really
for it.
think it's good? It's 13.
13. Definitely something weird going on with Cassander. That's fucking weird. Doesn't make any sense, really.
Right.
You do hear, Indigo. Is that you out there? Why don't you come join us?
And I'm gonna grab. I guess whoever. Can I grab both Kaz and?
You cannot grab Kaz.
Okay, can I grab Kaz?
Easy.
I guess I'll grab Kiss and
Okay.
kind of try to pull her
Sure,
out.
that's fine. And he just sort of yanks you.
What's wrong?
The door swings open, and Mother Alessandra is there, and you can see that she is like very concerned. She says, "What is going on? Why did Kaz strike out at me? What is happening? We're all just trying to have a conversation with Samson. What, I don't understand.
That's not Samson.
What do you mean? Of course it is. Look at him." And she just sort of turns. He beckons you inside.
Is this the way that Samson normally just talks?
Well, no, but we need to help him. He's been out in the woods.
We do need to help him, but to do that, we have to get out of this room.
That doesn't make any sense. And she turns and she says, Samson, do you want to see Indigo? And you hear, yes, Indigo. Come on inside.
I wish Kill were here. He'd know what to say. Besides, he seems to really like Black Tongue. He calls him by his first name. Black Tongue, do you know, I think Kill really likes you. He talks about you a lot.
Why don't you all come inside the room so we can converse face to face? Your friend Sirikaz is getting lonely.
Kaz?
Right. If we talk to you, what's going to happen to us?
We will surely come to some sort of agreement. You've already completed our task, it seems. I am just making sure everything is going according to plan. I was quite worried when I could no longer see you, but it seems as though you've succeeded.
Kaz, you feel your body return to you as you are able to gain your movement back after about a minute.
Right. Sorry. If we speak with you, will you agree not to harm any of us, including Mother Alessandra?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna Tides of Chaos this.
All right, Tides of Chaos.
Oh, didn't need to. Damn it.
2 net 20.
No, I got a 19 and a 20.
Oh, fuck.
So
still
nat
amazing.
20 over 26.
You hear,
It would be my pleasure to keep you all perfectly as you are.
Insight.
Yeah.
I would like to see if that is believable at all.
Got a 14.
okay.
I got a 7.
He has always been hard to read. He seems
no fucking
eager to
way.
talk to you. You are very confident in your sort of plea to like.
Okay. Yeah.
And he seems as though he really hasn't done any. Well, you don't really know this.
I've never
but
met-
so
the first time I
far,
met him.
so far he hasn't done anything to anyone without them doing something first.
Right.
So you don't really know what the fuck's going on right now. But even when they described the Black Ton situation to you before, he didn't do anything to anyone.
I don't know that Alessandra's under my control yet, do I?
Well,
Not
You might have heard me
necessarily.
say it.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I
would probably-
did say it out
Yes,
loud.
yes, yeah. I would say that you heard Kaz say something about it.
All
Yes.
right. Will you let Alessandra go after we're done talking? And, like I said, I don't know if you're under my control either, do I? Like I said, I probably sensed something weird off with you. Whatever weird mind stuff's going on, can we agree that that's going to end once we are done speaking?
Make another persuasion check.
Okay, this one I can't.
Drive
Yes.
a hard bargain.
16.
16.
The woman has served her purpose so far. Join me. I promise you, no harm will come to her.
All right, no funny business there, mister. And I'll come into the room.
You walk in. Cassandra, you follow after. Kaz, you're already in the room.
Yep.
Alessandra shuts the door behind her. You see what everyone else has seen in the room. Samson sits cross-legged with the book in front of him. Free agents as well. Small little wounds in his hands.
The only thing I ask, Indigo, and your friends can attest to this, should we meet elsewhere, as I hope we will, I will need to take something from you.
What is that?
It's your fucking blood.
I told you, remember? He licks it out of your wrist.
Ew.
It's weird. I didn't like it.
I need yours freely given, Fey folk.
or for what to happen?
For us to continue to converse elsewhere.
So, this is an agreement that I will give you my blood when we meet in person. Is that right?
If that's all right with you, I could take it now.
Better to have it be fresh on the day, don't you think? Why not wait?
Cassandra,
Yes, could I perhaps give you an IOU?
what the fuck is on your mind right now?
I couldn't say, really. Hard to tell. No.
If I can trust you, surely you can trust me.
What's that? So is that a yes, or what does that mean?
I will await our meeting elsewhere.
Yes, very well.
So, why don't you tell me exactly what happened? Deep, dark under the ocean. You were fighting valiantly last I saw.
Doing this voice is so difficult.
I'm sitting here watching your eyes water.
It's tough.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. dude.
Rip.
Yes. Well, we did manage to defeat Desmond.
So I've been told.
Yes. And as far as I'm aware, Kiel is on his way to you with the head.
Good. Good. What else? What else did you see or find?
The altar was broken. And supposedly there had been writing on the wall, but it's gone now.
Interesting. Writing on the wall. Broken altar. I'm excited to learn. She'd failed. Then, yes?
Failed at what?
To keep the altar together, I'm sure.
I suppose
You
that
could say that.
seems so. If the altar was supposed to stay intact.
Very few altars are meant to break.
Yes.
You're not wrong. Good. Very good.
He waves his hand, and your stupor wears.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You are now aware that you've been charmed,
Mm-hmm.
as per the case of charm spells.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry. This is all a bit. I've only heard about you secondhand, and this is the first time we've actually met. What is your end game here? Like, what is it you're really looking? I don't really get.
What's like the deal?
What's your whole deal?
Something tells me you will soon find out.
See, now that's what I mean. You didn't really answer the question. You just sort of hinted that you Okay, I just that's fine. Everyone has their own secrets. I know certainly I have mine. All right.
Real quick, what were the reagents that were laying around again?
Do you remember, Cassandra?
Mushroom.
I remember badger, mushroom.
Hang on.
There's a raven wing.
Yeah,
There's a raven wing,
mushroom,
some
there's a
rodent
book,
bones.
rodent bones. And was there one more thing?
There was one more thing.
It was. What was the fourth one?
It was a piece of fungus.
No.
There
you
was
said that.
fungus,
That's
a raven
mushroom.
wing, rodent bones, and a small, tiny little bowl of that intoxicating
Oh,
stew.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Classic.
In the book.
What are you going to do about Desmure then?
You've already taken care of her.
Right. So what is all this about? The book, the fungus.
Well, like I said, I was worried when I lost my sight in the cabin with you all. So I sent my little friend Samson down to find you. I guessed that you would head to this holy place. After Samson told me all about your situation, I was curious. And I figured I could learn more through his eyes. Charming young fellow. Dark, disturbed. Sweet enough.
Hey, Sal. Real quick, I want to ready an action, but I kind of want to say what it is. Can I text it to you?
Yeah, go for it. Cool.
What? Why do you got to pick on Samson?
I don't pick on him, he came to me. As far as I recall, he found one of my stolen belongings.
And Samson grabs the book and holds it up.
This was in the wrong hands, and he happened upon it. You see, when things such as these fall into the wrong hands, terrible things can happen. In a sense, Desmoor was picking on poor little Samson. I protected him.
Is it the exact same book or is it a different book?
It is. Well, you don't know.
I know I'm not there, but I'm
Yeah, it's the
Exact
same
same
book.
book or
It's the same book. That's fine. I'll allow it.
Okay.
It's the same book. From now on, if they don't think of the question, I would like us to keep our thoughts to ourselves. It is a very good question, and I would encourage other people to think of that.
I had actually assumed it was.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. Good assumptions.
Could have a whole horde of books out.
So true. Who knows?
Anyway.
So
I'm not there.
Dusk Love.
so what happens now?
Walking through the woods.
Is there anything else you need from us? I mean, we've told you what happened.
Right. I don't understand.
In due time, I have to have my conversation with our friend first. Why don't you take good care of our...
And you hear the door snap open, and a small woman who you had just met, with a sort of mask over her face, or a shroud over her face, Gretel, bursts through the door and is like, she sort of bursts in and says, "Sorry to interrupt, I'm pretty sure I found," and then as a sort of bolt of black energy pierces through her neck, and you, as soon as you see this happen, or see it about to happen, you can certainly do the thing that you want to do.
Where did the bolt of energy come
Hold
from?
on.
As I see him start to like cast something, I lunge forward and I grab the fungus and I shove it in my mouth.
Okay.
And I'm just like chewing quickly like a fucking madman.
Sure.
Will you let us react to that or no?
Yes, what would you like to do?
When I see him dive for the reagents, I also want to dive for him and just push the rest like off the bed, like knock over the bowl of stew and just shove it.
You both jump and lunge to do this, and as Samson looses this bolt of dark black energy, it pierces through Gretel's throat as she, and blood running red, turning black, spills onto the ground as she and writhes and twitches a moment as she burbles, trying to speak something as she slowly... You two grab and eat the mushroom and pass everything around as you see Samson's body slump forward onto the book by which fades into the shadows and disappears.
Kiss, can you help her?
Yeah.
Gretel.
Right. Okay.
And I'm gonna go and try to like wake up Samson.
Mother Alessandra just sort of blinks and turns and she's, What has happened?
Stop.
And she just sort of is in a panic and in a great crazed state. And we are going to take a break right now. And we'll be right right back.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, leaving you hang out to dry, Matt, for a second.
Okay, I was in the audience.
Yeah, true. We're gonna be right back to see what the fuck is gonna happen here. Hopefully you guys are, enjoying all this. I know I certainly am, even though I'm trying to save my voice. But yeah, we'll be right back. Grab some drinks, use the restroom, grab a snack, do what you gotta do. We'll probably be back in about 10-ish minutes, okay? See you soon.
Really good song.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so we just left off the inhabited spirit of Gore's Black Tongue within the body of young Hans Samson has just exercised itself and disappeared as you guys scattered the reagents of the Shadow Chieftain from the bed. The dark tome disappearing in a waft of shadows, and Kaz chomping down on this fungus. Best you can.
Terrible idea, by the way.
Destroy the reagent.
Gretel pierced through the neck by a black bolt of Arcanum from the hand of Samson, possessed by Black Tongue, twitching and gurgling as blood pools out of her neck as she slowly slumps, eyes glossed over onto the ground. And Mother Alessandra sort of, quote-unquote, coming to her senses, though in a state of shock, just sort of looking around, confused with what's happening. Kaz, I need you to make... He's making a con save.
Yeah, I figured.
What? She's just gonna wallop you or something?
No, it's the mushroom.
Oh, right.
16?
Matt, you wanna... I think
Oh.
that's a made save, right?
I think that's safe. Yeah, I'll confirm.
This is what kind of mushroom?
I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Is it Coral's friend?
We don't know.
Yeah, it's a yes, it saves. So
Nothing happens.
nothing happens. Yeah.
Oh, you are
I was
lucky.
excited to explain what happened. But
I sort of like.
That's the dice, baby.
There's a lot to explain. Mother Alessandra will explain everything. First, can you help with this hurt young woman here?
Gretel.
she sort of looks down. The body unmoving.
A little more
blood
alarm in our
pooling
voices,
near her
please.
feet. The blood soaking her, sort of thin slippers. For actually, it's in the middle of the night, so she would be in slippers. And she just looks down in a state of shock and says, I don't know. And
It's okay.
she moves to go sit down in the bed.
Go sit.
It's all right.
Yeah, no rush.
Kiss. How about you see what you can do?
Okay.
I mean, she looks pretty. She's
What do
dead,
you want to
right? Okay, I will touch her and try and do healing word.
You lay your hand on her, and you mutter an incantation, and it is lost on this cold, unfeeling body.
Okay. Indigo, I think we just better have some of your cleanup magic instead.
Right. Okay.
Liven up the mood.
Call.
Thanks, we're traumatized.
I've been traumatized.
Oh god, still strong. What's
It's
Samson
gonna stay
doing
strong.
Oh my god.
What's Samson doing?
Yeah, is he
Seems to be
unconscious?
unconscious.
Okay.
That was mostly glitter.
Right.
It's luster dust.
I think that we should all get out of this room and perhaps lock it.
Good plan. Okay.
But not. Let's leave Samson here.
Leave him in.
If I don't know how this works. If Black Tongue can possess him again,
You're
it
right.
might be safe.
We can let him out later.
Yes.
Close him in.
Yes. Let's just get our bearings and figure out what to do.
I'm gonna scoop up the other reagents as I leave.
Yep.
Shove the door closed.
Mother Alessandra does not follow you.
She's in the room still?
She sits on the bed.
Mother.
Mother Alessandra, can you come with me? Let's get you somewhere a little more comfortable.
She sort of looks up at you.
We can't leave him.
Shh, it's okay.
It's
We're gonna
alright.
come right back for him.
He'll be
Okay.
safe. We're just leaving him for here for
Make a
him.
persuasion check. You guys can either do them individually, or one of you can make with advantage.
You can make with advantage if you like.
Okay. That's gonna be a 18.
She blinks, looks at Samson, and looks at you. Just give me a moment. And as you're moving the reagents out and holding onto them, she turns Samson unconscious and moves him under the sheets of the bed and sort of tucks him in a sort of ritualistic way, kisses him on the forehead, and then sort of still in this shocked state moves out of the room.
It's okay. We're gonna come back for him. Just
Yeah.
need a little break.
She just walks over to a pew and sits down.
Alessandra,
Sorry, go ahead.
do you remember anything that just happened?
Not much. It's like a blur. Samson came back, and I was overjoyed to see him. And then I brought him into the room, and the last thing I sort of recall, and you can see she's thinking. He spoke to me, and that's when. That's when he got me. Yes, Fuck. I'm sorry if I caused any of you harm.
And she just sort of folds her head in her hands.
It's all right. It wasn't you, my love. So, okay, I guess where should we be? Samson seems to have fallen prey to a person known as Blacktop. Does that name mean anything to you?
No.
He's an orc, is that right?
Something like that.
Orcish.
It sounds like he was the first chief of the Morfolk. Rather unpleasant man, as it seems. And he was able to possess Samson.
Right. Killer's on his way there now.
Oh yes. Should we perhaps
We should
try to
go.
stop him?
Yes.
Speaking of, kill.
Yeah.
At this point, you ventured deep into the Southwood. It's still very early in the morning, dead of night. Stars around you, the moon high in the sky. It shines over you and watches down on you. You're alone, but you honestly feel comforted. This is how it's been really until you got here. I met these people, but now you've returned to this sort of marauding way. And over time, you find yourself in that familiar, uninhabited portion of the Southwood. Every once in a while, you see a crow still up in the trees, sitting on a branch, suddenly turn and look at you, and just follow you as you walk by. Once, twice, 3 times. Soon, you've passed a dozen crows, all turning and looking at you as you pass. And eventually, you see in the distance a familiar-looking hut with an orange light beaming out of the front window. And those crows you can hear fly and soar right by you, sort of gusting the wind by your neck and your head, and all sitting themselves aligned in that same row on those low branches leading up to this humble looking hut.
Did I have to rely on the bead to pull me here, or was I able to get here without it?
You felt the bead and its sort of direction, but you almost innately knew how to get back here. And the bead was just sort of confirmation.
Yep. Yeah. I will just. I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I know that I'm being watched, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Okay, certainly.
And yeah, just in spite of being watched, kills turtle stripes, glow that that hot pink, give a little color to this drab section of the Southwood.
Sure.
And my neck a little crack, give the head a little toss, a little joyful toss.
Oh
and then
God.
walk up to the door. And I'll give it a knock.
You move to wrap your knuckles against the wood of this door, and as you bring it forward, the door creaks to the point where you just miss when the door swings open for you.
You know, I had a feeling that was going to happen.
You see the familiar interior of this humble little hut, larger than the outside might suggest it to be. Do you head inside?
I do.
You step forward, and the door creaks shut behind you.
Is he stirring his soup, or do I see him?
You see the back of Gore's black tongue stirring this cauldron with his large wooden staff. And this time, he turns over his shoulder and grins at you.
Now, don't be mad. I wasn't exactly able to... you probably already know.
So I've seen.
But I think it's a pretty good kind of halfway mark.
It will do the job.
Good. Glad to hear you say that. You seem like a reasonable guy.
You as well, little turtle. Sit.
Kind of puff up for a second at that,
Little
and then I go
turtle.
ahead and scooch.
He leaves.
I go ahead and test the stool just to check the weight,
Yeah,
and
you're
then I
good.
go ahead and sit
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
That staff, he lets go of, and it continues to turn and churn the cauldron. And he moves and he sits down.
Would you mind if I look upon the visage of my late wife?
Oh yeah. I mean, what's left of her anyway. And I hold it up.
And he brushes the back of his fingers against her dislocated cheek and jaw.
She is beautiful, isn't she?
Well, yeah. I mean, to each their own, I suppose. Is this the way she looked way back when?
Aging like a fine fungus, wouldn't you say?
You're speaking my language. Speaking of fine fungus, you know, I haven't seen anything terribly interesting in this stretch of the woods.
I believe our deal was somewhat unsatisfactory, if I recall.
Meaning what exactly?
Were you not to do this one way and you were unsuccessful?
Well, I don't know if that was totally clear. I remember you saying, bring her to me. I don't know if you said in any particular way. I could just be forgetting.
You've done well.
Okay. Thanks. It was not easy.
He plucks in small little reagents, petrified insects on his shelves. He just takes small bites of them.
Can I try one of those?
Certainly.
Oh,
He
thanks.
tosses it over to you.
Yeah.
Can we get like a slurp in there?
It really kind of bursts in your mouth as you get through that
Slightly, yes.
crunchy outside.
Satisfying.
How dare you?
We're gonna get copyrighted by Disney.
Kill, my friend. How about I give you a little taste of what you could have? Would that suffice?
Now, is this going to leave me more on the satisfied side or more on the frustrated
I
side?
think satisfied.
Okay. All right.
More slimy.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on, satisfy me.
He reaches into the cauldron.
Oh, I realize I've made a mistake and I pull my pants back up.
Oh, we're now.
Oh,
That's fine.
I like the idea that even Black Tongue's like, dude.
Every time we interact with Black Tongue, it's like the horniest possible interaction.
He's an erotic man.
he's very
I
erotic.
know. Alright.
Turns and he stretches his long, thimbly arms and he plucks with his bony fingers inside the hot cauldron. Doesn't flinch. You hear the as his fingers enter in, and he pulls out a small little fungus draped in hot liquid. And he holds it out to you.
Take this. Satisfy yourself.
I love
Very
that.
satisfying slap.
I love that we just keep giving Matt cheese in real life.
What's it look like?
It's like a pale
It's
yellow.
like a piece of cheese. Look at it.
It is perfectly.
You already had an ASMR, like drinking a glass. So just give us an ASMR cheesy.
Nutty,
Gotta really aerate
Vague.
the.
acrid.
It is perfectly round, almost like a small sphere with just the slightest stem on the bottom of it. Looks almost like a bauble more than anything.
I give it just a light squeeze.
Spongy, meaty. You eat it, and it tastes delicious. Almost like red meat. You even feel a tinge of that iron in the back of your throat, like it's, I don't know, something beefy about it.
Okay. I could get down with more of those.
Interesting, is it not?
Give it a moment. Make a Constitution saving throw.
It's a nat 20 for 26.
Very good. You should be fine. And you feel a rumbling in your stomach for a moment. And that subsides, but when it does, you feel a surge of strength. What's your strength score?
My strength score is 18.
You feel it. Your strength and your muscles bulge. And it shoots up to 21.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't even know it could do that.
Normally it can't.
How do you feel?
I feel fucking jacked as hell. Can I, is there anything, like, big in the room that I can just, like, punch?
The
Yeah.
table?
The table in the room? Yeah, can I just, like, grab the table and start doing some, like, shoulder presses with it?
Gore is like allows this to happen, doesn't really move. He's just sort of holding his little reagents and petrified insects and whatnot that he's eating in his hands.
Yeah.
And he watches you.
I get a good pump.
Oh yeah.
Get that vascularity
Oh
going.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, am I going to come down from this That's
Oh,
gonna be
yes.
fucking disappointing.
Oh, yes, it will.
All right.
Not for some time, but you will. There's more of that to be found all across the world, if you know where to look. And I do.
Can I pull up my map? And I'm like, want to give me a little.
Where?
Of the world or of now? Or of
Well, I don't have a
More.
world map.
You have
I
a war map.
I have a more map.
he sort of
And then I
waves
have
his
my
hand.
personal map that would kind of. Yeah, okay.
He waves his hand and he says,
You won't find them here. I acquired that specimen many years ago. But now that you've brought me her, I can help you find them all across the realm.
I like the sound of that.
Why don't you finish our little covenant? Place her inside the cauldron.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right. I don't mean to be ungrateful, but how long is this thing gonna last?
About an hour or so.
Maybe, by any chance, you got like maybe something I can take for the road?
make a persuasion check.
I'm so good at those. Where's my nat 20 now? It's not good. It's a 9.
He chuckles.
You are.
I'm just so dang earnest.
You are excited. I'll give you that. I will aid you. Kill. There are many, many more to be found. And I will guide you to them.
All right.
Now, go on.
I'm happy to be rid of this thing anyway. It's no way to live. I'll walk over and I'll hold it over the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Take a glance over at Black Tongue.
Okay.
Does he look fucking excited as hell right now?
Make an
Is he
insight check.
fully torqued right
Make an
now?
insight check.
He's just got a massive
boner.
erection.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nat
No,
20.
not-
That's 20. You look at him,
That's a 27.
and it's as if he has been waiting for this moment for a millennia. And he just stares at you in anticipation.
I mean, I just can't help but think that, you know, I gave you that beautiful book, and you gave me like a rock that I swallowed, and that was fine. Then you gave me this beautiful mushroom, which I just feel like I'm gonna be real sad after this.
Did you not use my power in your struggle against my wife?
I mean,
Did I not give you
I did.
power?
I did. You're right.
Then our exchange is equal. Do not prod me.
I'm not trying to prod you. I'm trying to say that
You are.
I think that you seem more excited about me dropping this in the pot than I'm excited about the particular power you gave me. That's all I'm trying to say.
I told you I would lead you to more. Have I not given you many gifts already?
Yeah, you have.
Kill.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I have been yearning for this. This moment belongs to me. Do not rob me that seek to rob you.
Do I believe him? That last part?
Insight check. Natural 20?
That's 3 out of 4 nat 20.
Wow.
This is making up for last time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Kind of wish one of them was the persuasion check,
Yeah.
but that's fine. I'll take him.
You see the look in his eyes, and it's as if he'll say anything to you in this moment.
You know what to do. Come on. I don't know what to do. Hit him
It's
with
up to
the
you.
head like a flail, of course.
Do what you want to do.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I have some mixed news.
Mixed
Oh.
news.
We have a wild magic surge, which I don't know what will happen.
Alright, it's gonna surge back at the
Amazing.
chapel.
Okay.
Let's roll.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll
That's
it.
gonna be awesome.
Back it out. I just will put that together
While
for a
we're, I
second.
don't know if this is. I mean, this might not be relevant.
Time to think.
That's so funny. Who did it?
B-Monk.
The savage themselves. I love it.
Oh my god.
B-Monk wanted me to give you a hug for him, by the way.
Oh,
so-
thanks, B-Monk.
Yeah.
I'll give you a big ol' hug.
For B-Monk.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
B-Monk.
I'm thinking we get anything else out of it.
I agree.
Lost my die. 1 second.
So you're gonna give him the head? You're gonna drop it in the stew?
Probably. I don't know why I wouldn't.
Ah, Jamie, we've got other dice you can
No, I
use.
got it.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna I'm gonna hang on to this. Doesn't really seem.
62.
62.
I really wanted you to get this straight. And then you're holding it over the cauldron.
This is a tough one. Okay. Well, we'll get to it in a second.
We'll get back there.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
this adds
basically
once, that's
irrelevant.
what I
Are we
want.
currently making our way through the woods to the
I was actually going to
House
see
of
if.
Black?
Fuck no.
I said we were leaving.
I know you were leaving.
I was actually going to see if Elisandre.
This is happening
This happened at
like
the same
during
time.
your
Okay,
shit
I wasn't,
that was going on.
I wasn't sure.
Just one
Alright.
thing. I was going to ask if Elisandre knows sending.
Okay, I will allow that right now. You turn to Alessandra and you begin to speak this, and suddenly a bunch of different baubles of lights just sort of blind around you all as dancing lights is cast upon you.
Don't worry about that. That's that's just the
turns
thing
just
that I
like-
do. I'm very sorry.
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, all right. I guess it was a bit of a long shot.
Right.
Scene transition back to
Yeah.
killing gores. You hold the head in your hands, and he looks at you desperately.
So I think he would say anything, but I didn't necessarily get an insight about whether he wants to truly.
You
Would
get the
want-
sense,
Yeah, go ahead.
with a natural 20, you get the sense that A, he would say anything to you, and B, there is a limit to what he seems willing to promise you.
Yeah.
And you're pretty sure you've hit pretty close to that limit.
Yeah.
But he seems really like he is chomping at the bit for you to do this.
What's gonna happen when I drop it in? You've been waiting a long time. I'm sure you want to tell me in great detail. Really savor the moment.
I can show you once you drop it in. I'll give you a hint.
Okay. Hit me with it.
It will allow me to grant you what you desire.
Oh, why didn't you fucking say so? I dropped it.
Yeah, that checks out.
That Pacha gift. Fuck. You drop. Jesus Christ, man, I love you so much. You release Desmoa's head into the cauldron, and a tuft of pitch black smoke erupts out of the cauldron and spins like a tornado as things are just thrown throughout the room, scattered on the ground and against the wall. The table that you set down earlier overturned. This smoking wind pressing against you that you naturally sort of almost withdraw into your shell as Gores stands up and cackles and says, "Finally, I am free! And the door swings open and flies off the hinges as the smoke spills out into the woods. And he looks at you and he says,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
In time, I promise you, I will give you what you want. Patience.
All right.
and he looks at the threshold of the door outside, and all of the ravens turn to look at them and bow their heads in reverence. And he puts one hand on the threshold and another on the other side, and he pokes his head through and smiles, and he looks down at his feet, and he takes a step forward, and he looks back at you as if he's just learned to walk, and he looks back in front at the woods. Fresh air. And his body into smoke and disappears out into the night.
I'm happy for him. Man.
The hut around you begins to burn and blaze around you.
Can
This
I,
is
is it still like corporeal? It's actually physically breaking apart?
Yes.
Or it's, okay.
Mhm.
Can I just like, can I quickly cast Detect Magic?
Take some. Oh, you're gonna use a spell
I'm
slot.
going to use a spell slot,
You,
yeah.
Wave your hand in the air and mutter as you see
10-minute ritual.
a handful of things around you that are magical, but you see them begin to out of existence, and they blink one by one.
If I can, I'm just going to try to grab anything.
Make a dexterity check.
Yeah, okay.
Or I'll say make a, it's up to you, athletics or, yeah, athletics
I'm
check.
going to use my newfound strength to fucking,
Yeah.
like, fucking fall.
Go
to
for
try to
it.
Nab some shit out of the
Go
air.
for it.
All right. Well, it's not a good roll, but, so it'd be plus, be 12.
12. You lunge out at anything on the ground that has been strewn about, and you grab onto something smooth for a moment. You're not sure what it is, but you turn and look as the fire blazes around you, and things just disappear out of existence as you turn and you roll out the door. As the hut behind you, you turn and see it and fold and crack in on itself amongst the fire as it burns down into ashes and cinders in moments before you. You look around and you see the crows turn back to you and finally caw in a cacophony and a symphony at once at you, as each one of them disappear.
Lack of
into the
fresh
night.
air will make a man go crazy, you know.
You look in your hand and you see a vial, the little cork stopper, swishing with a little bit of yellow liquid.
Okay. Cool. It's, this is magical.
This is magical.
What-
It seems
what's
to have
cool?
not disappeared.
What's cool?
Divination.
Divination. All right. I see you, little vial. Yeah, so...
You all, as you exit the chapel to head towards the woods, you see in the distance a pillar of black smoke far in the horizon in the middle of the night blacken the starlit sky for just a moment, and then it courses its way out across the cerulean.
I feel we may be a tad tardy.
No, Kill. He's got to be okay. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Are there any horses nearby?
Right.
Am I still
not
large?
big
No, you,
anymore.
you,
Oh, that's
you,
right,
yeah,
yeah,
you've shrunk back down.
Otherwise,
There are
we
no
would.
horses at the chapel, no.
No, I mean, like, is someone riding a horse somewhere in town?
In the
like,
middle of the night?
Like, oh, yeah. I thought it was early morning, so I was like, maybe.
Like 3 in the morning.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's get running.
Come on, let's go.
All right.
I'm sure
You
it's fun.
break out into a sprint toward the Southwood. Kill, what are you doing?
Can I, since I'm in the woods, can I see this pillar of black smoke wherever it is?
That basically represented
was the thing. Okay, I got you.
Gore's leaving.
Is the chaos ceased with with the collapse, fully collapsing?
Yeah,
of the
this
thing?
all happened. And
Okay.
You're just sort of sitting
So
there.
I'm just in the woods now.
Alone in the woods, yeah.
Do I hear any animals?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's a 22.
22. You turn and you see an owl just sort of land on a branch.
I don't cast any spells, but I say to the owl, I say, hey, that's new. I don't think there was anyone around here before.
It turns its head to you.
Well, something must be different. I hope it's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna start to, I guess, walk back
Meander
to.
back?
Yeah, I'm gonna meander back, and I'm just gonna kind of. This is a clue to me that this part of the woods has changed, because before there were. I'm telling you, I'm not asking.
Oh yeah. Word.
And because before there were no animal sounds here.
True.
So I'm just kind of keeping my eyes open in the near proximity as I walk, like if there's any other signs of change in the
Sure.
area.
With your passive perception, as you walk, every once in a while there's a little rodent here and there that passes through, a small little rabbit that hops through here. It's not like this place is now teeming with life.
Sure. It just happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do.
Eventually, as you all are breakneck pacing through the woods, you see in the distance, this is after some time, for the sake of brevity, you see in the distance, and Kill, you also see approaching, running towards you, are your three companions.
Kill, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Y'all okay?
Was there some sort of a fire or something?
Yeah. It was kind of a lot. Gore's, this little hut kind of collapsed on itself and set fire and blew away, and shit was kind of flying. It was. I would say I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I just did. So.
That was a good description.
Yeah.
Right, so that was after you gave him the head.
Yeah, well, I didn't give him the head, but I put it in the soup. He might have been. Have you seen this part of the woods? It's kind of running out of ingredients. Maybe he was just looking to
That's disgusting.
spice things up a little bit. I don't know.
Kill, I barely know magic, and I know that's some weird magic shit.
Yeah.
Even I think that's a bit weird. Well, we actually saw Black Tongue also in a way.
Just now?
Here's what's not back in town.
Oh, he's fast.
Well, so here's
Damn.
the thing. Samson was at the church.
Okay.
But he was possessed by Black Tongue in some capacity, some sort of like speaking through him. He had charmed Mother Alessandra, and then
Really?
he charmed, or he had Alessandra charm Kiss. I'm not quite sure what he. Well, it seemed like he just wanted to talk to us, but it seems like a lot of trouble to go to just to check on. He wanted to check in on us and make sure we had done his task.
Man, he said his book was lost, but he just gave it to Samson. Is that what you're
I don't
saying?
think I mentioned the book, but yeah.
No, but I'm putting together
Yeah,
now
okay.
that
Yes.
they're boys.
He did have a book with him, although it vanished after. So what happened was we met this woman named Gretel, who showed up and she seemed like a very lovely lady.
Okay.
I'm sure she was.
She was. She opened the door while we were talking, and then Samson / Black Tongue killed her.
Sam Tongue, if
Sam
you will.
Tongue.
Sam Tongue.
Anyway, yes, he killed her. In front
Samson
of us.
killed her?
That's worse.
I didn't think he had it in him.
I think it was Black Tongue that killed her.
Oh.
Samson.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yes.
So he can kind of act through his little pets.
That's what it
Yes.
seems like.
He was able to until I ate one of his reagents.
Oh, which one'd you eat?
It was like a little fungus.
Was one of them? Was it like this one?
Was it like
I don't know what
It was.
I don't know what you're holding.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, very similar.
Oh shit! I
Very
haven't
similar.
even one of these yet. What was it like?
I don't think we described taste, so it was Listen, mate, I was not really paying attention.
Oh, okay.
My objective was to destroy the mushroom.
Am I missing the point of the story?
Yes. Well,
I'm not.
it seems like I this was the first time I had met Black Tongue. It
Yeah.
sounds like he was not really a good person to begin with. But I'm a tad worried about now that he has what he was looking for and this explosion. I'm a tad worried about what comes next.
Yeah, he was real excited about whatever comes next. He didn't really tell me what it was, but
You put her head in the soup.
yeah.
Well, I didn't eat it.
Yeah, I don't think the soup's for eating anyway, to be honest.
I know, but soups aren't typically for human heads either.
Well, that wasn't a human head.
Okay, you know what I mean. I find it weird that you're sort of taking Black Tongue's side.
Well, I'm not really taking side. Am I taking sides?
You've taken his side quite a bit, and I don't like that you call him by his first name.
Well, I call all y'all by your first names.
I know, but that's because we're your friends.
But
This man is a terrible, terrible man.
Well, I called you by your first name when I first met you, I think.
Yes, but
Were
you're
we
supposed
friends
to...
when I first met you?
No, but I thought you sort of had an instinct for people.
Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, I think most people are just trying to, like, follow their dreams. You know, and I support people following their dreams. Like, I think mine went out. She was really mad at me last time I was trying to tell her. I was like, girl, you got your own thing going on. You don't have to work this bar the rest of your life.
Well,
And Gores, he's just trying to, like, get out of his hut and, like, make his own dreams come true, I guess.
And what are those dreams?
I don't know. He didn't tell me, but he's real excited about him.
I'm sorry, you say he wanted to get out of his hut.
Yeah.
Was that a special event? Or is that a special event, I should say? I don't know.
Getting out of his hut? Yeah, it seemed like he hadn't been out of his hut a real long time.
Where's his hut now?
That I told you, it collapsed, set fire, and turned into like a thing, and then kind of blew away.
Right, so if I'm doing my deductive reasoning here, he was trapped in his hut. We gave him Desmua's head, and then he was able to leave his hut.
was
Yep,
he
that's right.
was he there for any particular reason?
In the hut?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Desmua trapped him there.
No, I'm positive the Morfolk trapped him there. Sort of jailed him.
Oh fuck, we've got to
Are
tell
you
the
sure? How was the
Morfolk.
Morfolk trapped him there?
Oh,
Well,
that's
he
gonna
said
be
he
a
was
rough
sort of
one.
exiled, right?
Yeah, I think he was like excommunicated because his particular idea of what's right and wrong wasn't up to snuff with them. But I think Desmua is the one that trapped him there.
Well, she was right.
Which
she
I would
did.
hate to be trapped inside. I don't like even being inside for more than 20 minutes.
Oh,
I would hate
imagine.
for someone like Black Tongue to be free, though. It's like a prison, right? No one wants to be in it, but we're kind of glad it exists.
Yeah,
Oh, well, this is going to be very awkward.
that's true. But I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe it'll be fine.
I don't trust it, considering everything.
He's
we
trying to
know
help
that
me
he's
find
done.
mushrooms.
Well, that's good.
So he
for
seems
you.
like a good guy.
I'm happy for you.
Well, he did murder someone out of nowhere.
Right, and the whole thing with Desmua originally, hundreds of years ago, also pretty shitty, kind of a dick move.
What if he finds another beautiful woman that he's madly in love with and wants to foist himself upon?
But wasn't that like,
You're fine.
wasn't that his right?
Oh, we need to have a long conversation. Let's all
No,
right. We need
I'm
to go.
saying he's not gonna come after you. No, he's already got his pretty girl. Jesus.
Right. So
I mean, I'm still learning about different cultures, but it seems like he just thought he was doing what was his right to do within his own culture.
I suppose that's.
I mean, I don't wear a shirt. If somebody's like, damn it, Kill, put a shirt on, I'd be like, fuck you. I don't.
That's not quite the same, and you know it. You're being deliberately obtuse.
Would you like a shirt?
Hell no.
All right.
All right. Well,
Man puts a
we need to.
day a man puts on a shirt is the day a man dies. Yeah, you're goddamn right.
A fine sentiment, really.
From the
Well,
two shirtless
do
gentlemen.
we want to tell the more folk about this?
I mean, sure.
I feel if anyone would have any the best insight into all of this, it would be them. They're not going to be happy, but I feel they're going to be less happy if they find out about it on the road.
Are they going to be so unhappy that they try to kill us? That's what I'm worried about.
Hey,
Well-
if you want to talk about some hypocrites, you know, they got a big problem with him. They stop him from being chief, but they still, like, hang out with the man and ask for his wisdom and ask for his power. They're the ones that trot out here every once in a while and have a little chat and see what he can do for them. High and mighty pricks. Talk to me about what's right and
Just
wrong.
racist now, then. Huh?
I mean,
Right. Well,
Wait, am I racist or is he racist?
You're a little bit racist.
How am I being racist?
You're generalizing all the more folk.
no, he's making a statement.
No, the more
point,
folk
actually,
people excommunicated him because they didn't like his deal.
and yet they still.
And
use
yet
him
they
for
still
his
keep
power.
using him for his as a resource. And now they're going to be mad at us because we used him because I used him as a resource because I'm trying to find some mushrooms.
I thought it was only the chief that knew. Is it more than just the chief?
I don't know, man. I think people would find out if their current chief was told to stop being chief and go fuck off into the woods.
well, we have a few options here. We can either, or we can do multiple of these things. But we could go tell the Moorfolk and tell the chief what's happened. We also don't know what happened to Maiwen. Didn't have a chance to go to the inn at the city. If you want to see if she's back.
Yes, or if she's having a weird Samson moment too.
Yeah,
We should.
I'm concerned about her.
Shall we go back to the inn then?
Yes.
Wait, first,
Yes.
Kaz,
What?
arm wrestle me one more time. Now's the time. Don't think twice. Just do it. Right here,
Instinctually, I want
right
to say
now.
no. It seems really inappropriate, but fucking alright, I guess. What's in it for me?
Yeah.
Strength check.
I lose. I just let him have it, regardless of what I roll.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you guys,
Good job.
and you just slam his arm down.
Good job. Real proud of you. Let's go.
I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna choose not to roll insight to see if he let me win.
Just take that L or take the W actually.
Feel good.
Take the W.
So,
L plus ratio.
So, you guys head back to Eodra and go to hangars, yes?
yes.
For the sake of brevity, you arrive there. At this point, it's probably like 4 in the morning or so. You enter through the doors and you see no one in the main hall.
But they took off the boards, so that's a good sign.
Yep.
Hello, is anyone here?
A moment passes. You hear, yeah, sorry, hold on. And from the second floor is Hanger.
Oh, Hanger. Well, we have a bit of an update on what's been going on a little bit.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, please.
My one's come home.
Oh, excellent.
She, told me what happened to her best she could.
You don't seem.
In this morning, once I make sure she's safe, really safe, I'm taking my old sword. I'm walking down that beach, and I'm cutting this bitch open from neck to fucking waist.
Good news about that, actually. We already did that.
Yes.
We did.
When?
It's true.
couple-
Earlier today.
A couple hours ago now.
Yes.
Sorry, what?
Yes. Well, we were actually going to look for Maiwen. Actually, we got there.
We found the cave and
Yes, the creature was there. And we dealt with her.
there's actually a little backstory there, which we won't bore you with.
Yes.
Her name was Desmua, though, and now she's dead Mua.
Good fucking riddance.
But
I'm
Maiwen
not
is all
really
right.
proud of that one.
She's got a couple scrapes and bruises, but a little shell shocked. Pardon the phrase.
No, that's fine.
But when she's feeling up to visitors, we'd love to speak with her.
I don't know if it's gonna be some time. She's comfortable. A little shaken up.
All right.
I'll let her know that you stopped by.
thank you. I suppose.
There is one thing. Is probably not relatable here. The other person that had disappeared, when they came back, they were possessed by someone. There's a bunch of like things around. You're not under the effect of any magic or anything, are you?
He just sort of looks at you. Fuck no.
My one's not reading any weird books in bed.
My one's asleep right now.
Okay.
It's probably fine.
I-
That was a different.
Can I insight check the asleep
go
right
for
now
it.
thing specifically?
Sure.
Like, I feel like I know that it's probably not, but
I mean, it is 4 a.m.
that's a 6. Straight 6.
Yeah, I mean,
That is what he
seems like
said.
an odd thing to lie about. So
Yeah.
that's what he said.
Thanks for telling her we came by.
Yes.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe don't tell her I was here, actually. She was not happy with me the last time I saw her.
Alright, that's what you feel.
Yes, well, hope she feels better soon. Please keep us updated as well as you can.
Right. Well, I'm gonna head back upstairs. You all, y'all need a room? We got one available. You have to share it, but
We do.
We should take sleep soon, but we should probably tell Lady Sulfrid about Krista.
We can tell her.
it's fucking 4 in the morning.
Is it? God, it feels like this night is
Yes,
going so long.
it's been a very long
Well,
day.
yeah.
Perhaps we should all rest.
All right, we should rest.
We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
It's alright. It's on the house. I'm going back to bed. Night.
Nah.
And he just sort of trudges back up the stairs.
A room, then.
Yes, let's all get some rest. It's been a very trying day.
Will you be sleeping indoors? Kill.
No. I think I'm gonna sleep under the moon. But hey, I'll holler if anything spooky outside happens.
Yes, keep your eye out for anything odd.
Oh, before I do though, and just because Cassandra's very short, I get down on one knee and then I give her the ring,
That's hilarious.
and I'm just like, I'd actually like for you to have this, because I know that lion is your very favorite thing in the world, and that's going to help you do it even better.
That was the weirdest proposal I've ever had.
Well, I'm trying to, understand what other people's wants and needs are, and if lion's what brings you joy, then I'm here to support it.
I don't know if we really understand each other yet, but we will.
Sure. In time, then.
Thank you. It matches the necklace.
Perfect.
Thanks.
So, the three of you, Indigo, Cassandra, and Kaz, make your way to your bedroom at the Hangman's Tavern. Each of you sets yourself up for some rest. And Kill, you head out just outside near the stables, climbing in your shell, resting under the light of the moon.
Near Jeffrey.
Can I just really quick?
Near Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, Jeffers chill.
I'm just gonna let the Jeffrey thread just stay. Just stay. Just before I take kind of withdraw to sleep, can I use a wild shape use to just send up an owl familiar to just kind of take a quick circle around and see if there's anything out of the ordinary looking?
Sure. You take a moment, and an amalgamation of natural energy around you coalesces and forms the visage of an owl that sort of flutters its supernatural feathers around as its form takes hold. Sort of cranes its head around, full 180, and then flies up into the air and does a circle around. Make a perception check with the statistics of an owl. believe it gets advantage on perception.
It does, as keen sight. So it's a 15.
Hold your yawn.
I'm tired, boy. You circle around, and you see the entirety of this small port town called Eodra. And on this night, after quite a few tumultuous nights, everything seems peaceful here. No one walking the streets, no hooded figures, no shadows in the midst, no great figures in the sky. Just a small, quaint town at the edge of the continent. Stars in the sky with the moon watching over everyone, including you.
And we'll withdraw and get some rest.
All right. You all take a long rest. You all sleep peacefully.
Can I reattune to the wake heart?
Yeah, no worries. No dreams that you can recall. No omens when you wake. This is what it's called. Ring of false intent.
Thank you.
But you all sleep in till about 10 in the morning or so.
Nice.
As you all sort of wake from your rest. What would you like to do?
I think we should go check on Alessandra again, just to see how she's doing. Give her an update of what's happened.
That's a great idea. Unless, Kaz, you have a better idea.
I still think we should probably tell Lady Salford about Krista.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
a good
we
idea
should do
too.
that as well.
Yeah. I mean, I can go do it on my own if you like, but
I'm sure you'd like that, wouldn't you?
delivering the news of a dead person, it's not like it's fun.
Right, never mind.
What are you trying to say?
No, nothing. You can go.
Yeah, actually, why don't I come with you? I know that I was last time I was in the church. It was very destructive.
We don't want to give fucking Victory a little panic
yes,
attack,
I
do
feel
we?
like Victory might have an issue with me being there, so I'll go with you guys.
All right, sounds good.
I can come with you if you want.
With me?
To King's Hand.
That'd be great.
Okay. Check on our boy Samson.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
While we're... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think he trusts me. Maybe if there's anything that he's afraid to share with me.
That could be.
Because I'm very non-judgmental. And that's why I make friends so easily.
That is why something happens to you so easily.
That's right.
I agree.
Alrighty. So, Kaz and Indigo are heading
We did just
to
leave the body.
the place where Lady Sulfur is at. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I need to look up one of my notes real quick.
And I'm just drawing my cards.
There we are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna remember.
So,
You don't have
Kaz
to
and
remember.
Indigo, you begin to head towards the big house where Lady Solfred resides. Same two guards posted up in the front. They sort of recognize you, nod, don't really conjure up any conversation or anything like that. One of them presses the door open for you and allows you to head inside.
Mhm.
You walk in, and you can see sort of far down the line beyond the long table with the many chairs around it, seated behind a desk, sort of writing a whole bunch of things with a stack of papers, is the Lady Governess, Solfred, seated there. There's a handful of attendants around in the house and whatnot. Some, just a young girl sweeping the floor. A couple of attendants cleaning the place in general. But she seems to be at work this morning.
I'm gonna sort of enter in kind of respectfully this time. Excuse me, Lady Solfred.
She doesn't look up, but she says, "Yes, what can I help you with, Sirakaz?"
I brought news of Krista. Old
She
man
stops.
Krista.
Looks up.
We found his body the other day. Yesterday. Early this morning. It's kind of a long story, but to suffice to say, he drowned trying to escape a creature that we had slayed. Or that we have now slayed.
Fuck.
My thoughts exactly.
Yes, fuck indeed.
Oh, shit. You slayed this creature.
Right, it
Or
was
was
also it was behind the disappearance of Mywin and Samson as well. Its name it was called Dismua. We don't really know what kind of creature it was exactly. It seemed to be some sort of undead merfolk woman from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And anyway, it's a long story. Political intrigue years ago. She was here for revenge.
Right. Listen. Okay. Well, what did you do with her?
We didn't. Oh, what did we do with her?
Well,
Yeah, you said you defeated her. So
Right.
where's her body?
Uh,
Kind of, just springing this on me all willy-nilly without any sort of anything to back it all up. And I'm not saying that I'm calling you a liar or anything, but
right.
there's nothing. You just sort of show up and say this 10 in the morning. So
the body, Krista's body is over at the God's Hand. The body of the creature, I believe, Indigo here took care of.
Yes. Here's what happened. The body, sans the head, is buried near on the rocky shore where we fought the beast.
what happened to the head?
Right. So, are you familiar with a fellow called Black Tongue?
No, we're just gonna dive right into it, huh?
It's a shit name.
I feel that yes.
It's a shit person.
Yes.
Person?
So we met Black Tongue. Black Tongue was apparently a former chief of the Moorfolk.
The first.
Yes.
What? That would make him fuck all years old.
Right, yeah.
Yes, it would.
I'm sorry. Before you continue, is there anyone that can corroborate this story?
I mean, our colleagues certainly.
Obviously, your colleagues. But anyone besides them?
Mother Alessandra was under the influence of Black Tongue just earlier today, and so was Samson. So,
Yes.
Interesting.
they can't really corroborate finding the body or Dismua.
I could
But-
show you where the body's buried if you have some time. I could take you to where I
We'll have to figure that out. Mark that down. She writes something down on one of the papers.
But yes. So, long story short, one of our colleagues gave the head to Black Tongue as part of an exchange. That we sort of a fetch quest. Like, bring me.
We're not really privy to the details personally.
Sort of
Yes,
a
we don't really
fetch
know the
quest.
details, but yes, he turned the head over to Black Tongue.
Listen. I'll speak to Alessandra.
Yes.
Firstly, thank you for getting to the bottom of all this. It's very regrettable that we lost the Darlings, Krista and Ben and Lester and all that. They'll be buried here at the cemetery.
Yes, we gave Krista's body over to the church.
Yes, that's good. We'll speak to Alessandra. We'll corroborate the stories. You show me the body, all in due time. It's not too much of a rush. Thank you for letting me know these things. I'll see to it that you are compensated for putting yourselves out there like this. I'll get things counted up and we can rendezvous sometime. I don't know if you have the answer for this, but what are you planning to do now?
Well, I'm rather not sure. Seems that I think we're all a bit concerned about Black Tongue. It seems that receiving the head may have freed him from some sort of imprisonment.
Well, where did he go?
We don't know.
According to our colleague, Kill, he sort of left his cabin, which apparently he wasn't able to leave before, and just sort of disappeared. Which is, terrifying.
Yeah. Well, fuck.
Right.
Yes.
But no real plan, so I'm free later.
Well,
Yes, have you?
she just completely was that.
Indigo's like.
She thinks for a moment. She says, well, I will say, I'm happy that you are all around. Certainly makes this a bit easier, knowing that there are a few folk out here that can take care of business and all these things. If you're planning on staying for however long, great. Don't cause too much trouble. If you find out anything more about this Black Tongue situation, let me know. We can figure this out. If nothing really comes of it, I do know in about a month's time, there'll be a sort of second arrival of sponsored folk. And then another ship is heading out in about a month or so to the Blackwell. It's on the mainland, not too far away from here. I hear there's work over there as well. You're more than welcome to stay here, as long as you need. But if nothing comes up, I'm sure Eodra can handle itself on its own. So, it's up to you, but who knows, maybe the Blackwell is calling you. Got to get back to work. We will touch base in all these things. Thank you again.
Yes, thank you, Lady Opus.
She just sort of puts her head back down and goes about her business.
Well, that went about as well as could be expected, I suppose.
Yes.
All right. Cassandra and Kill, you two head over to the King's Hand Chapel.
Do you mind if we take a quick detour? Quick one.
Yeah, actually, do you mind doing me a huge favour for just like literally 1 minute first?
Okay.
Okay, I'm about to faint. Catch me. Oh.
And I've drawn a card that is going to knock me unconscious for about 60 seconds.
Word. Amazing.
I will come back to consciousness, however.
Yes.
Rock you like a little baby.
Wonderful.
Can you read me that card?
Yes. So the two cards that I drew and decided upon today, one of them is called the Void. It says the wielder of this card must make a DC 20 con save or fall unconscious for 1 minute. I'm just gonna assume I'm not gonna make the con
Make
save.
the roll. Let's see if you roll an extra 20.
You know what? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pretend to pass out. I didn't.
Yeah, okay. Totally pass out.
Yeah. Anyway, on a success, the wielder of this card is immune to its effects for the rest of the day. If a creature falls unconscious due to the effects of the card, they cannot be made conscious by any means until the minute passes. Anyway, my thought is like all the other cards, like it only happens once.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get it out of the way right now.
Yep.
And
It's one of the better ones.
use it on someone else later, perhaps. My other card that I drew is called Flames, and it says the wielder of this card may add an additional d6 of fire damage to any successful attack they make. The damage die increases at every odd-numbered level up to d20.
Yes. So, like, when you level up, the...
Every other time.
Yeah, every other time. It goes up until
So that means
eventually it's an extra d20 to an attack.
So that means it'll be. Oh, the dice goes up.
The dice goes up.
Wow.
Should it be
D20
then
per
a
time.
d6 now or a d8 now?
You're level 4?
Yeah,
So whatever it says,
a d6.
then it's a d6.
Okay,
At level 5, it
gotcha.
will be
Okay.
a d8.
I didn't know if it was because I've
Then
already
7,
gone through 2 odd-numbered
12,
levels.
or 7 is 10, 9 is 12, and then it maxes out at level 11 at d20, and then
Very
it doesn't
cool.
get any better than that.
Very cool. Thank you.
It certainly doesn't get better than that.
Yeah,
Certainly does.
that's pretty good.
It's very good. Unless you roll a 1.
Right.
Then it's not good at all.
Then it sucks.
Could I roll 5d4?
Oh yeah, no problem.
That's the whole point of not doing that.
No problem. Okay.
You can set me down now, thanks. Thank you.
I was
Oh, kill, by the way. You wake up and you're normal strength and everything.
Yeah.
I know you're okay. Just making sure.
Thanks for reminding me.
I know. I just like to do that.
It's the worst moment of my life. Since y'all brought the Krister to the King's Hand yesterday, I thought maybe it's time to bring Ben back.
Ben? How?
Well, not back to life, but like his body.
Didn't his body sort of get completely destroyed?
Well, I mean, it's not in the best of shape, but I mean, remains are remains. I mean, don't you think?
Yes.
Isn't that part of the sort of the local culture to bury them together?
Yeah, I think so. I'll come with you, certainly.
Yeah, it's a quick trip.
Of course. I almost still feel bad about Desmua that we couldn't... I understand, but...
Yeah, she's long gone.
Right. Yeah, let's go. I'll go with you.
Okay. Let's just go to the lighthouse.
Sure. Yeah, you shift the rocks out of the way and you collect the mangled
Intestines.
body of Ben Dolan.
And basically, they were opened up almost surgically
Yep.
in the torso, but otherwise, they're not like pieces or anything. But yeah.
It's like a flayed fish.
Yeah, basically.
Should we bury him here,
What?
or
I
with
mean-
his family?
I think with his family, right?
Right, that makes sense.
I mean, I don't care. He's gone, as far as I can tell. But
No, it's a nice thing to do.
yeah, I've kind of kept him, his remains from kind of disintegrating and doing what they're supposed to do, because I wasn't really sure how things were going to go. But I think it's probably time. It's not good to have the dead stick around for too long.
Right. That's really thoughtful. That's a nice thing to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's take him to the
Sure.
King's Hand.
And you head back to the King's Hand, the body of Ben, and you approach the open doors, and you see Samson sweeping the floors. He has a couple bandages around his arm, and you can see a little bit under his robes on his shoulder. And he sort of looks up, and you can see that there is weariness in his face. And he says, "It's good to see you.
They put you back to work already.
I insisted. Felt pretty bad inside and out, but I don't know. Helping out here always helps.
It's the will of the four, right?
5.
Yeah. I only got 4 fingers, so
That's all you need.
You feeling better?
I'm alright. I'm myself. And I'm home.
you still got any of that stuff laying around?
Oh, sorry.
Hey, don't apologize to me. I'm glad it's out of your hands.
Me too. Me too.
Hey, I hate to be not the kind of gift I'd like to normally bring to a party, but got yeah. I know they brought Krister
What
by
happened to him?
earlier. No.
It's Ben Darlin.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Shit.
Well, let me get Victory. I'll let Mother know, and we'll take it from here.
Okay.
Give me a moment. And he moves. You can see he's like a little limping and pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And he returns with Mother Alessandra and Victory. Mother Alessandra says, "It's good to see you too. Sorry about everything that happened last night.
No apologies necessary.
I see you've reunited the Darlings.
Yeah.
Quite nice of you. Is everything settled then, I guess?"
It seems that way.
Nothing's really ever settled, but it's I think the Desmua arc might be over.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Victory, would you see to Ben, please? Of course. Hold his hand out. arms out, takes Ben from you, nods to you, and walks out towards the cemetery. Mother Alessandra turns to you and says, if you're all staying here for a bit longer, tell Kaz to stop by. I think I've got a good idea of how to return him to his usual hue. I'm going to help Victory with the rites.
Okay.
Thank you again. She pats Samson on the shoulder and heads out.
Hey, can I just ask you something real quick?
Yes.
I'm wondering how you. I mean, I wasn't here, but I heard about what happened yesterday. I'm just wondering how you sort of cope with, being under the eyes of the five in this holy place, and yet, do you feel like they were watching yesterday?
I feel as though they were. And they sent me a couple heroes to save me.
Damn, that's a good attitude.
Well then. Gods above. And she turns and heads toward the cemetery.
It's kind of a win-win situation, I was thinking.
What do you mean?
Anyway.
It's nice to be watched over. Whether it be the five or the moon. Right?
Damn, who's saying that right now? Is that Alessandra still?
Samson.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
Oh, fuck.
You don't recognize his voice, man? Not that
Very
same.
liberal church. The Unitarian.
Yeah. They got the rainbow
He's the
flags
cool youth
outside.
pastor.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the moon?
I don't think so. But
Well, you're an
It's very
insightful
nice.
young man.
thanks. I don't know. Just felt right. I gotta get back to sweeping.
Okay.
Are you guys sticking around or?
Just for a little while, I think. Make sure all is well.
Cool. If you ever want to learn more about any of them, I'm around. Helps retain what she teaches me by telling other
Yeah.
people.
I get that.
So I guess I'll see you around.
Samson, we've all had sort of a stressful couple of days. Do you know, what do people around here really do for fun?
I mean, sailing, fishing. I know the mines are gonna open back up soon, I think. I don't know, hunting, I guess. A lot of it's pretty utilitarian, to be honest with you. Fun is mostly drinking and, relaxing after a hard day's work. Still a town on the come up, so I think it'll be a few years until we can really have a good time.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Guys,
That's awesome.
you came in at a kind of somber point.
That's alright.
Well, if you ever... I know you like it here and you like to study, but if you're ever looking to take a little break, come find us.
I'll keep that in mind.
Let's go then. You
Yeah.
ready?
Okay.
And as you turn, you feel just a small little bit of arms wrap around you, Kill, as Samson just sort of hugs you on your side. And he just sort of whispers, "Thank you."
Hey, don't mention it. I'll give him a little. I'll give him a little guidance.
Yeah. And he just sort of looks up at you and stops hugging you and just, "Okay, see ya." And he just sort of grabs his broom and moves to another portion of the chapel. Two of you leave?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't think the moon's watching over him, but I'm glad he thinks so.
He's a nice boy.
He is a nice boy. I like him.
I hope we see him again.
The four of you eventually sort of meet up in the streets, perhaps maybe in front of the chapel or so.
Yeah, we probably would have headed there after. So.
Right. Well, I feel that I at least need to go tell the Morphle about what happened. You understand? They're sort of my family in a way. They're the first people I met when I woke up. So I will understand if no one else wants to come with me, but this is something I feel that I need to do.
Sure. They're probably not going to want to see us. So.
Well, that is understandable. I mean, I wish the circumstances were different, but I can understand what you mean. So.
But you have to come back when you're done.
Oh, of course, yes. Hopefully they won't kick me out as soon as I arrive. But yes.
They seem to like you.
Yes, I what's not to like.
I agree.
Yes, but yes, I'll be back, of course, and yes, we'll figure out what to do once we've all had some time to relax.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to the marketplace to meet Maylard and get that food he called us.
Oh, yeah.
He owed
They
us.
have sweet carrots.
Yeah.
I'm in some carrots, baby.
That sounds great.
Indigo, if they ain't pissed at us, let us know.
Sure, yes, of course.
Like to kind of shoot the shit around their camp for a while.
Yes, it would be nice for us all to be able to just sort of revel a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Who
On
doesn't
this
love some
revelry.
revelry?
So true. For the sake of brevity, you head towards the southwood in search of the Morphle. Eventually, you find them. Not hard to be found on this day. No arrow in front of your feet. You walk confidently towards, for all intents and purposes, your people. And the marauding family greet you warmly. A couple of them embrace you, laugh, and point out that it seems as though you've been into your cups already.
This is going to be so awkward later.
They offer you some more. They greet you as a sibling. Eventually, Chief Athair hears of your arrival. And the tall, striking figure of this beautiful, dark-skinned figure strides through the crowd of people happy to see you and picks you up and holds you, and he says, "Oh, brother has returned," and puts you down.
Oh, Athair, lovely to see you.
It is a pleasure to see you as well.
Yes, well, I'm afraid I bring some rather not so pleasant news. Could we perhaps speak in private?
Yes. I think I have an idea. Follow me. And he leads you to his big tent in the middle of the encampment.
Mhm.
He sits down in his large chair. His women attendants sort of flock to him, and he just sort of waves a hand, and they sit beside him. And he sort of beckons you to sit on the owlbear pelt in front of him.
Yes, well, where to begin? Desmua. I understand my friends who have been traveling with told you a bit about our experiences with Desmua.
They have.
So, I was absent for this portion of it, but they went to visit Blacktongue. Blacktongue said led them to Desmua's cave. I arrived at that point. We tried to talk to Desmua. She seemed unwilling to really reason with us, and we were forced to cut her down. who had died. We buried most of her body on the rocky shore there. One of my colleagues did take the head, and I'm not quite privy to the details of this, but there was some sort of deal made with Black Tongue. The head was delivered to Black Tongue.
And placed in the cauldron of his hut.
Yes.
Indigo, my friend. Do you know why it was that we've moved about this island for years, never settling?
No.
Myself, and my father, and his father before him, each one of us, we would be beckoned to that little hut in the middle of the Southwood. Our minds, our souls were gripped by Gore's Black Tongue. And we scoured the island all of our days in search for Desmoor. That is why we never rested. Our people have no idea that they were just led along. Just a bunch of sheep being led by a foolish shepherd. All the while a wolf grins in the distance. I don't know where Black Tongue has gone. To be honest, I don't care. You have freed us, and I can never repay you.
You're happy that he's been set free?
He's no longer controlling me, and by proxy, our people. I fear for whatever poor soul encounters him wherever he's gone, but if he is far away from here, then good riddance.
Oh. Well, very good then. Any idea where he, I guess, what do you think he wants now?
I don't know. He finally has something that he's been searching for years. He never told us what he wanted besides his freedom. And he's got it.
Are you at all concerned he might? From what I was told, it sounded like he believes himself to still be the chieftain of the Moorfolk.
I think he'll always feel that way, but I don't know. All I know is that I don't feel him in the back of my mind anymore.
I suppose some good has been done after all then.
Could say that again.
Well,
Take this back with you. And he holds his hand out, and one of the women puts a small little pouch in his hand, and he holds it out to you.
This will help you on your travels. Are you sticking around more, or are you heading out with the rest of your party?
I do think we'll be, I'll be sticking with my friends right now. But I did want to ask you, if they did want to come visit, are they welcome to?
They are.
Very well. I will let them know. I know they feel quite bad about, well, everything. But I believe they're good people, and I believe they really just want to help.
I think so too. Indigo, it is a pleasure to know you.
I know. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to know you as well.
Thank you. Let us feast.
For all intents and purposes, you can count 50 gold pieces from there.
I'll split that amongst. Once we
Sure,
figure it out,
thanks.
so
Uh,
that would be what, 20 or 12 and a half?
something like that.
Yeah.
For the sake of
12
brevity,
times silver.
the sort of tone and the air about this small port town has moved more so towards the mundane in the next couple of days. Solfred speaks with Alessandra, the stories sort of weave together, and even the moorfolk arrive through the edges of the Saukwood and all these things. You go to the marketplace. You find your free carrots and veggies and whatnot.
How
You
are they?
rendezvous and you laugh with all of your new friends and companions. And the next opportunity to travel and to venture out into the world does not come for another month. We will end the session here. Next week, I would like you all to tell me what it is that you go about doing for a month. You have some downtime.
Love
That's cool. That's really cool.
So you can just sort of let me know what it is you'd like to do, if it's something that's maybe a little, strenuous or what have you. Maybe Kill wants to go venture out on the island now that the moorfolk seem to be more accessible and try to find more, things to harvest. Kaz, maybe you want to do different things with, some of the saucy women around or some of the other people, who knows. And all this sort of situation, you just sort of figure out what it is you would like to do or hope to happen in this sort of month that you are still on the island of Moor in Eodra, and we can converse about that. And then at the start of next week, at our session 11, we will talk about what happened through that month, and then we will continue on with our story. And that concludes our sort of introduction does more arc. So.
Session one,
so
or season 1 done.
Season 1, baby. There you go. Our 10 episodes, season 1
There you go.
of the Great Naledian Crown. I hope you all enjoyed these past episodes and this episode as much as we have. I think it's been some of my favorite games I've ever played, for sure. So thankful and happy to have all of you watching as we play this game as well. The way you guys have affected this game is hilarious, and also has actually made story beats happen, which is so
really
funny.
cool.
That Gretel thing was fucking
That
insane.
rocks.
That Gretel thing was gnarly.
Hell
so,
yeah.
Thanks, Patrick. I know we were kind of giving you shit for that
Sorry
earlier, but
killing
whatever.
Gretel.
Yeah, that was tight as fuck. So yeah, next week we're gonna try to have maybe a few newer things going on. Obviously, we have the sub goal thing going on, and we have our little on-screen alerts when you guys subscribe and follow and do other things. I saw a couple of those things happen while I was sort of looking over. You guys don't know this, but Michaela and our sort of stream screen and little producer area is right to my right. So just over here off screen. Every once in a while I look over and I see that happen. So thank you very much if you've subscribed or sent gift subscriptions or anything like that. Thank you very much. If you followed, that's wonderful. We really appreciate that. Our goal for the next 2 months is to get it to about 50 subscribers and however many followers that brings. We would really appreciate it if you like our show. Please tell people about it. Post in some Discords. Tell your friends. We really want to make this as a fun and interactive place as possible. We want this to be a safe space as well for people to watch and hopefully see characters and fun interactions and whatnot that you can feel represented by and all these things. Join our Discord as well if you have requests of things you see or you want to see in the game, or questions about what's going on. We're always chilling out in the Discord. I would love to incorporate as many things as we can, feasibly can, that you might have ideas for and all that jazz. But yeah, I think for now we're going to head off. B-Monk.
5 more subs.
B-Monk,
Please.
thank you.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
awesome.
I'm going to give Garrett a big old squeeze for you, B-Monk. We love you, buddy, and thank you guys so much. Thank you. Shouts out to B-Monk. Shouts out to everybody who's still watching. I know it was kind of like a little bit of a longer session. Actually, it's our usual session, actually, about 4 hours, so thank you very much. We're going to see you next Wednesday, same time, same place. Look out if you are in our Discord for a couple announcements, maybe a few new things. I've got a couple new emotes in the works, which is super fun. Yeah, so thank you for joining us, and we will see you next Wednesday. Peace
Bye.
out.
Good night.